Good morning, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Just had Jim Morrison screaming at us, wake up! And I did not want to get out of bed this morning. I was very cozy, didn't sleep that well. Got to bed a little later than I normally do. Jacked up my neck. So I was not stoked to get out of bed. But I'm always stoked when I come in here and we start chopping it up with my homies, right? Paul Reindl is the executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good. Ben Higgins, the chairman, sitting in for 3 hours today with the program. How are you, Benjamin?
I am also a little tired. I'm proud of you that you stayed up until halftime of the games last night. But,
all I got.
Yeah, I had to go all the way through and do highlights. So
I was not expecting
really late
that text.
No, you guys, I said, hey, great first half. I watched the whole thing.
I was shocked. I was going, wow, yeah, first half, interesting stuff. Aztecs, SDFC.
I carry a lot of stress in my neck. And I also lifted weights yesterday and engaged my neck more than I wanted to with some shoulder presses and some lat pull downs, things like that. And I was like, oh, it's tight. And then you get home and your two sons are fighting all night. And then the stress creeps up my spine to the back of my neck, finally get them down, and then lay in bed to watch soccer on my phone and basketball on my TV.
I did the opposite. I had basketball on the phone and soccer on the TV.
And I realized you can't find two worse sports to watch concurrently than those two. You just can't. There's a rhythm.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
There's a rhythm to the game that you need to be paying attention to for both. And I'm listening to the basketball and I'm watching the soccer. Wait, no. I'm watching the soccer and I'm listening. No. What did I say? I have soccer on my
TV,
phone, basketball on TV.
Phone.
So Hannah was asleep. So I had the basketball muted.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm watching the basketball and I'm watching the soccer on my phone. And I'm like, I can't tell what's going on. And either you can't, I really should have just stuck my nose down and picked one.
You only do one audio. See, I have the audio.
Well, she was asleep. Was asleep and I had my AirPods in on my phone. And I didn't, I didn't want to wake her up. So they're just not good sports to watch at the same time. There's just not. It's overload. There's a rhythm, and you can't get into the rhythm of either. So once SDFC got down a goal, I kind of moved mostly over to the hoops and ended up watching the whole first half of the basketball game, which means I missed the best second half in the history of soccer last night. We will talk about that, certainly. We had some big breaking Padres news yesterday as well we will get into. But other than that, fellas, like what's your day look like today? I'm very excited and happy to know that you get to go out and do the Disney experience that I've done so many times lately.
Yeah, I'm excited. We haven't done it in many years, but with my son back home for a week, we decided let's do a fun family activity, kind of throw back the clock a little bit, turn back the clock. And I'm going to leave an hour early, and we're going to hopefully get up there by 11 or so. And who knows how many hours we're going to spend, but we're just going to the old school Disney park, not the California Adventure. And we'll see how it goes. I don't have like a set plan for got to do this ride, and this ride.
Why not?
I mean,
Space Mountain you have to do.
I don't have to do Space Mountain.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't? Oh, no.
I'm not a great roller coaster guy.
So what do you do there then? Do your kids like roller coasters?
Yeah.
All right, so they'll ride.
Yeah.
And you'll wait at the bottom.
Yes.
You guys go ahead.
Like a concerned dad.
I'll
at the
wait
exit
here.
of the ride.
All right.
I'll do some of the, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Rise of the Resistance.
That one's closed for maintenance, but the other one, Smuggler's Run, is open. We haven't been to Star Wars Land. I am looking.
You've never been?
No, since they opened.
Oh, you're gonna die.
So
it's awesome.
It's unbelievable.
I'm excited to see it for the first time and just walk through and just see what they did and what they built. And
what's cool is that when you're waiting for your kids to finish a ride, you'll just be like the weird, creepy guy at Disneyland by himself or whatever, like waiting down at the bottom.
Oh, and I'm going to eat. I'm going to enjoy myself
Get some beignets.
Maybe a corn dog, maybe some beignets.
The beignets are
corn dog.
We have
Where are the corn dogs there? Where are they?
There's a red wagon cart at the end of Main Street on the right.
Okay.
Is where you find the corn dogs.
I never get it.
I've never done this before, and everyone says they're delicious. We have reservations for dinner at Cafe Orleans where they have the Monte Cristo sandwich.
I mean, relax. It's like hey, can I get can you plug my arteries right now?
Exactly. That's why you go to Disneyland, right?
Yeah, but those Monte Cristos are like, hey,
share it with someone.
We're gonna deep fry this sandwich
with cheese
and hams and turkeys
and jelly
and then we're gonna put jelly and powdered sugar all over it.
I don't know. It just sounds
I want you to
exciting.
Eat this. Have you never had a Monte Cristo?
I've never had a Monte Cristo.
I used to get them when I was in like high school at like Bennigan's. They had a Monte Cristo, and I would slay it.
I've never had a Monte Cristo.
The thought of eating one now repulses me to no end. To no end. It's a deep fried sandwich.
The only problem is
jelly.
It's supposed to be about 90 degrees in Anaheim today,
dead.
Which is not what you expect when you're going in February.
You are
I got tourist shorts on today.
Yeah, look at those
legs and everything to be ready to go.
I would say that I'm not envious because I do this a lot. I have to go to Disneyland a lot, and it's fun. It's fun for a while. You get you're gonna absolutely love Star Wars Land. It's incredible.
That's what I'm excited about.
It sucks that you don't get Rise of the Resistance. It's an incredible scene that they put together. Smuggler's Run it's okay. It's still fun. Okay. It's cool. It's still cool the first time you do it. But man, Rise of the Resistance is amazing. So no Space Mountain.
Still like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates is great ride.
I do like Big Thunder Mountain.
Big Thunder Mountain is great.
Always fun.
Matterhorn's never open anymore. It's open one day out of 12, I think. So you may get lucky. Also, the Matterhorn will rip your spine from your
They do
body.
The turkey legs right by the Matterhorn, but I don't think I'm going to do one of those in 90-degree heat.
No, a big fat hot turkey leg.
I don't think so. Not today.
Oh man. All right.
But probably some Dole Whip.
A Dole Whip.
I like a Dole Whip.
Now you made dinner reservations for what time?
5.
Oh, so you're easily there 5 hours.
Yes. Then I think we're probably that's dinner and then wrap it up.
Yeah. After that Monte Cristo, I don't know how much you're gonna want to do.
Yeah, that's the idea. Like dinner's probably the end of it. It's open until 10, but I cannot see us lasting much beyond dinner.
People really enjoyed you showing your thigh in the chat. They thought that was really good. All right. Yeah. Well, listen, have fun, dude. It's a great time. And it's gonna.
I like the comedians on the Jungle Cruise as well.
Do
they
you?
They say they have a lot of puns. Good Ben.
What's
Ben
the Jungle
jokes.
Cruise? Is that the
Jungle Cruise? It's like one of the original rides at Disneyland and Adventureland.
It's not the raft where you go over to Tom Sawyer Island.
No,
right?
No. The Jungle Cruise is where they have all the animatronic alligators and hippopotamuses and piranha. And you get in a real boat, and then the guy is like wearing his safari gear, and he's got his microphone, and he does a shtick all the way through. I mean, it's nothing but puns and bad dad jokes the entire way.
Dominic nails it. Indiana Jones, always broken, always. Bo and I got 3/4 of the way down to Indiana Jones. I got, it's broken. You can stay and hang out if you want. We don't know how long it's going to be. So you stay down in the dank cave and wait your turn. And I just, let's get out of here. Let's get the hell out. There's no way we're waiting for this thing. So, man, let me put it this way. Better you than me today.
At least when Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates don't eat the tourists.
No, they don't. They don't. And that's a fun one. Pirates is always a great
like Pirates,
ride. It's cool in there.
Yeah.
And a nice little breeze. Well, that's fun. Paulie and I will not be doing anything of the sort today. No fun Disneyland adventures for me. I've got baseball practice tonight, so I'll be working on my practice plan all day, which I'm very much looking forward to tonight. And my folks will be here tomorrow. Bo's birthday is going to be Friday. We've got a big friggin' weekend planned, and
the Ocho.
The Ocho, dude. Can you believe it? My little guy, he was 6 weeks old when the show started, man. He's 8 years old now.
Halfway to 16, a driver's license.
He's grown up on this program, and it's just the wildest thing to think about. That he was literally like 6 weeks old when we born February 6th, and we started March 27th. Yeah. I mean, he was just that young when this show started, and now he is, shooting me the bird and hitting doubles and making plays and slinging the football around. It's incredible. It's incredible. So yeah, man, we have a really fun show planned for you today. Because we've got things to talk about. We've got sports to talk about today on Ben and Woods. We've got a huge Padres nugget that came out yesterday that, again, could probably lead to some more Padres news here pretty soon. But I couldn't let this moment go by this morning. I would be remiss if I didn't mention, Ben, a very happy anniversary to my beloved bride, Hannah Nancaro Woods, because today is the day. 12 years ago this morning, she walked into my studio at FM 94.9. Never met her before. I'd seen her on Facebook. So, yes, I was interested in interviewing her because I had seen her before. Brought her into the studio. Lightning bolt. Love at first sight, right? And now married, been together. It was 12 years ago today. So, happy anniversary. This is kind of the one we celebrate even way more than the wedding anniversry.
I know, which is unusual, but you've always been consistent about that. The actual wedding anniversary, pretty low on your list of milestones during the year, but this date,
this is the one. Yeah,
this is
like the meet-iversary.
This is our meet-iversary, our meet cute. But the cool thing is we actually, getting a picture of the day you met, your wife, and having that picture. We took a picture in the studio, and it was really cool. Matthew said this is fake and weird. I don't get it. What's fake and weird? It's not fake.
A meet-iversary?
That's the day we met. That's the important. I think that's more important than the day you get married.
People, Jocelyn
Mine's
says,
April 26th.
Ben is thinking this is not a thing.
Sure it is.
But in my mind, in many ways, your wedding date is just a randomly convenient
arbitrary
Saturday you probably assigned because of convenience and schedules and when you're...
Maybe she was pregnant.
When
maybe she was pregnant
and
you got married on a beach.
But if you really are looking for like the randomness of the universe striking, it would be the day that you met.
100%. 100%.
Shelly and I met on Christmas.
It's way more important.
Eve.
It's way more. This day is way more important to me than the day we got married.
Like, I didn't even get legally married on my wedding day. Like, we had to go to the courthouse and get it done on a separate date that I don't remember. We don't celebrate that day.
You were already married. You don't celebrate the day you went down to the court.
Right. Our wedding anniversary is May 30th, even though we didn't get actually married until June, whatever, whenever we got down to the courthouse. So, yeah, I'm with you.
Did not see Ben being more into a meet-iversary than a wedding date on my bingo card. He will surprise you. That's why I love Ben. He will surprise you, just like my beloved wife will continue to surprise me after all of these years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
On your 10th meet-iversary? 12th meet-iversary.
12, dude, 12. She goes, you realize now I've been with you a third of my life. And I go, oh, man, I've been with you. And she goes, like a fifth or sixth of yours. All right, it's fine. A little older.
You're less totally into it than she is. She's a little more pot committed than you are.
Well, she's a little younger. So, but no, I mean, you want to talk about a game-changing day, right? Mother of my children now. Pain in my ass now a lot of days. But what a morning that was in between playing capital cities. It was a Tuesday, and I couldn't have been worse. I couldn't have been in a worse mental spot.
She was there to promote the garden for Lauren Nancaro,
the healing garden,
who had passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And they were raising some funds to get that to memorialize Lauren.
She had an appointment with John and Tammy down the hall, and she was like 45 minutes early, and that should have been the first sign. Early bird. And so
you're also an early bird.
Also an early bird. She had time to kill. And so they brought her in, and she looked at me, and I looked at her, and I went, whoa, this is weird. And I fumbled around. I couldn't get the microphone to work. Go figure. It looked like a total putz in there. And she followed me on all social media as soon as she left the building. And she texted her mom, oh, my God, I just had the craziest connection with the DJ from 94.9. And the rest is history. So
he knew, too.
Happy anniversary, babe. I love you,
Tyler. I just met the love of my life. Anyways, here's Walk the Moon on 94.9.
Here's the new Avicii again for you guys. I was a wreck, man. I was a wreck.
All right, it's time for Cake by the Ocean. Hey, have you ever had Cake by the Ocean? That sounds crazy. Anyways, here we go.
I would have loved to hear Ben's try to do segues because he loves segues. That was actually
his little sweepers.
His little sweepers.
You did get married on the beach,
I did,
right?
yeah.
Was there cake at the wedding?
There's not cake at the wedding.
You would have had Cake by the Ocean.
I don't even know what that means. Is that a song?
Yes, you do.
Yes, you know.
What is it?
You probably played it 100 times.
I keep on hoping Cake by the
Who sings
Ocean.
it?
I
don't remember that one from my playlist. I don't, but it was a lot of Mumford and Sons. It was a lot of capital cities. I was going to say something till you made a horrible joke.
I hate when I interrupt your train of thought.
It was your segues are insane. And I was almost texting Paulie yesterday. Yeah, I remember that. We didn't play that a lot. That was like after my time, I think.
I really like this song.
So I was thinking yesterday, you know how we used to do Ben likes?
Mm-hmm.
And it made me laugh so hard. It might be hard, but Ben's segues are incredible. I mean, it is like the craziest thing you've ever heard. We'll be talking about Pearl Jam. And he'll be like, all right, and we'll be right back. Speaking of jam, 7 Mile Casino has really good biscuits, and you can put jam, and you're like, dude, you don't have to link everything together. It's his brain. Look at him.
Yeah.
Every single thing he links together. And I'm like, he's not going to be able to do this one. Well, he did it. I mean, it sucked, but he still did it.
Yeah, that would
really did.
That would take one hell of a deep dive.
A deep dive. But like, maybe
you need context a little bit.
I know.
Yeah.
But him being what would you have done if you were a DJ playing these songs? You would have, I mean, it would have killed you. You would have been sitting there spinning out about how do I connect Mumford and Sons Believe to this.
It's almost for me like doing a puzzle.
Yes.
Like a crossword or a Sudoku. I see the words that we are talking about, and then I think about the words that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
And then I try to find
the little
intersection,
the
link that makes it all make sense together. That's just kind of how my wheels spin.
Yeah, man. You will connect two things that no one thought you could. You're actually quite the master at it.
It's like the way the Olympic rings are connected. Yes. And speaking of that, I went to the press conference yesterday for the Olympic announcement at Snapdragon Stadium, talking about the Olympic Games and the soccer tournament coming to San Diego in 2028. They had like no details. Even the people who are organizing it.
How do you have a press conference with no details?
I know, it's weird. They had, JD Wicker was there, and Tom Penn, the CEO of San Diego FC, and the Wave were represented, and San Diego Sports, and they literally said, we don't really know what day the games are or what round or if it's men or women or both or anything. We just know we're going to have the Olympics coming to San Diego in 2028, which is really, really cool. And you have to sign up at la28.org to get your name just on the list to buy tickets.
Even for San Diego.
Yes. So you go to la28.org before like March 18th. Okay. And that will give you a chance to maybe buy tickets in April when they're supposedly going to announce the schedule of what days, like, and times the matches are going to be in San Diego. But what stuck with me is, my good friend JD Wicker was there and speaking, and he started like tearing up and crying about this whole Olympic process, which I've never seen JD really get that emotional before. And he said he was in 1996 when the Atlanta Games were taking place. He was the facilities manager at Georgia Stadium between the hedges. And they had the U.S. women's soccer team playing there where they won the gold medal. Yep. And he said, and just thinking back, and he just kind of started choking up about the flag and the gold medal ceremony. And he actually started getting really emotional about it. And it got me kind of excited just knowing that something like that going to be happening in our backyard here in a couple of years.
I love it. I think it's great. Man, you don't understand. You ain't never been a part of something so special like that. Okay? Just because you're an emotionless turd doesn't mean I am. I got good memories back then. Surprised he let you in there.
I know.
So, no info. No new info. Really.
Not really. That's about all the info they had.
Okay. All right. That's all I got.
Kind of exciting, though.
It's very exciting.
Yeah. All right. We do have a lot to get to coming up.
Some serious business.
We'll set the menu, but the big headline, if you missed it last night, involving your San Diego Padres, and Dennis Lin has written about it in The Athletic, but I believe these are public documents. I saw, being sent out. Mens Rea, Padres fan, lawyer, found these documents that Sheil Seidler has dismissed her lawsuit, or at least the majority of her lawsuit against the Seidler brothers that was filed, in protest of the control person being named. She thought she should be the control person. Seidler family in the process after Peter passed away, the brothers decided then that John was going to be the control person, and that has been tied up in a Texas courtroom for over a year now. But apparently yesterday, or within the last couple of days, Sheil Seidler has dismissed that lawsuit with prejudice, which in legal terms means can't refile it. So they have apparently reached some sort of settlement. We don't know any details on that, but it certainly has some pretty major implications. Not too hard to connect the dots from A to B. And we will talk about what that potentially means for the San Diego Padres, perhaps in the quite near term here. I'm talking about like during spring training in the next few weeks. So we'll talk about that coming up. We'll set the menu for the rest of the program today on a Wednesday, midweek. Always glad to have all the tier ones with us. Paulie Reindl, Stephen Woods, Ben Higgins with you. It's Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. We got a check of traffic coming up. First, though, we spent a lot of time talking about preparation in sports, game plans, adjustments, knowing what could go wrong. But a lot of people headed to retirement without anything close to that kind of plan. Between inflation, rising healthcare costs, market volatility, and just the cost of living here in San Diego, it's no surprise retirement is stressful. That's why Trajan Wealth exists. TRAJAN Wealth.com. Trajan Wealth works with people who want clarity instead of guesswork. Their fiduciary advisors help build personalized retirement and investment strategies based on your goals and your comfort level, because one size never fits all. They're local too, offices in Carlsbad and Del Mar, so they understand what it really costs to live here and retire here. If you've ever thought about getting a second opinion, it's an easy place to start. You can learn more at TRAJANwealth.com. You can also just pick up the phone, call 619-367-0207. That's 619-367-0207. And when you're ready, everything starts at TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth, plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
And rub my traps and my neck because I don't know that I can make it through.
Sorry about you.
Not to be dramatic.
Stiff neck.
It's so stiff.
Save that. Finally.
Paulie, save that.
Save that.
It really is. Please come work my traps over here. I mean, grind your elbow into them like hard.
There's part of me that does sound like
it sounds
would enjoy
giving me pain,
just giving you a little bit back at some point.
All right,
we got a lot to get to, though.
If you're watching me on the YouTube feed, you're just going to see me constantly doing this, turning.
Oh my God, I'm so stiff.
Turning it this way and that.
Coming up here at the beginning of the show, next 45 minutes, we got to address all the big local sports stories. As I mentioned, the Resolution of the Seidler lawsuit will get started there. The Aztecs get a win last night, bounce back victory over Wyoming at Viejas Arena. That was a late one. Didn't end until after 10. And SDFC opening the season with a very interesting game. Two totally different halves. But if you did not stay up late, a spectacular second half performance by SDFC in a 4-1 win that I don't think anyone saw coming over a pretty good Mexican team in Pumas Unam that gives them a huge advantage. We'll talk about that going into the second leg of their CONCACAF Champions Cup first-round matchup. So we'll get to all that early at 7:20. We'll have a little Don't Do This in our second half of the show. Take on Woods is at 8:20. Chance to qualify for the Guns N' Roses tickets. Our weekly prize this week. Got our biggest fan contest at 9 o'clock. And then at 9:35, I'll be gone in the final hour. But Clark Fahrenthold's going to come in from Mad Friars. You guys are going to talk Padres prospects, the start of spring training. Anyone to look particularly at spring training, I would say, that's showing up and, could at least force the Padres to give them a second look as they get started. Remember, there's always some surprises at spring training. We didn't think Jackson Merrill was going to be on the team. 3 seasons ago now, 2 years ago when he showed up at spring training, forced his way.
Last year, Gavin Sheets.
Was a non-roster invitation that ended up playing a huge role. So you'll have Clark Fahrenthold in studio in that last hour. Paulie will have a Reindl Report as well. Of course, all guests on Ben Woods appear on the David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. And we have more tickets to give away to Padres spring training in Peoria. But let's start with the Padres news yesterday. Late last night, reported in The Athletic and on social media that the family feud between Sheil Seidler and the Seidler brothers, Matt and Bob, who she sued over breaches of fiduciary duty and fraud, has been dropped. And the two sides reportedly, according to the court documents, have reached, quote, an agreement to resolve the matters between them, though terms were not disclosed. What does this mean, Woods? Well, ultimately, whatever happened, whatever Sheil says happened, the two sides have come together on a settlement. Don't know if it's monetary, if both sides have just agreed to.
What do you think it is? Sandwiches?
Well, I mean, clearly, if you read between the lines, this is the prelude to the sale of the team.
Yeah, if you read the tea leaves, and again, based on all the swirling rumors, things I'm hearing, things we're hearing, things that are out there, that's swirling on this side. Then this comes to fruition last night. And I think it was, honestly, Mensray, our pal on I think he's on Blue Sky now. I don't think he's on Twitter anymore. I think he's the first one I saw with it. And then Dennis Lynn wrote this article. So kudos to the attorney.
Logging into LexisNexis or wherever you get court documents at.
Logging in he probably had a notification set or something, and it popped up on his computer, and he ran with it last night. And he's got the copies of the paperwork and all that, and looks like that's come to fruition. So of course it gets your brain spinning in so I wonder if some of those rumors that I've been hearing are now true and official, and if there's ink to paper yet with a new owner.
So keep in mind that Sheil Seidler always maintained a good chunk of the team.
Sure.
That was never in dispute by the brothers or Sheil Seidler. I forget what the exact percentage is, but like 30 somewhere, I think like 30 to 40% is for Sheil Seidler and Peter Seidler's children. And that was always going to be hers. What was in dispute in the lawsuit was who got to make the day-to-day decisions about the team. Sheil contended it should have been her, based on, what she and Peter had always discussed and based on her large interest in the team. Sure. The brothers said, but Peter's will, his documents were quite clear. The trust said that the brothers were the ones who were going to be appointing the new control person. Ultimately, they ended up appointing John Seidler as the control person, and he's filled that role now for the last year or two for the San Diego Padres. But you can't likely sell an asset this large with a lawsuit over control of the team still hanging over everybody's head. So they had to clear the runway for a potential sale. And this was always, in my mind, going to be a sign that a sale is probably very close, because you couldn't really get a sale done without coming to some sort of agreement between the two sides. Yes, both sides are going to be well compensated by whatever new owner comes in for the San Diego Padres, whatever the sale price is. They will take their share of the San Diego Padres, net worth, but they had to get this done legally before that process was ever going to be able to be finished.
Well, as long as all parties are happy, then that makes me happy, right? If Shield gets,
and we'll never know if both sides are totally happy, but at some point, you just have lawyers arguing back and forth, making tons of money, and everyone's kind of realizing neither of us are really getting what we want in this situation. It might just be best to, put water under the bridge, move on, and settle.
Yeah.
And we may never know the details. It's family stuff. It's, to a certain extent, always going to be somewhat private between the Seidlers, what really went on, and what they think is the truth. But when it comes to Padres fans and what you should care about and what you need to know, is that this is likely a sign that a sale of the team is fairly imminent,
which is just the most insane sentence to utter, because again, even with the lawsuit, I thought to myself, this could be around 4 to 5 years, right? This could drag on for a decade.
The lawsuit could have gone on a long time.
Yeah. And then, when you hear about the sale, you're like, oh man, it's going to take forever to get this done. It's the opposite of a snail's pace. I mean, this thing has really, really flown by. And, I love Shield Seidler, man. I know her. I hope everything works out for her, and I hope she's very happy, because that's really what I care about, is her happiness. If she's good, and her kids, who are amazing, if they're good and taken care of, that makes me feel good inside. If a new owner comes in, Ben, and says, I'm committed to San Diego, I want to win in San Diego, you guys deserve to win, then that makes me happy as well. Rarely does it all work out pie in the sky like you want it to. And this certainly has the opportunity to do that. Now, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Things could go sideways and whatever. But it does sound like, we all reading those tea leaves, as we like to say, this does make it seem like the sale is imminent.
One interesting note in Dennis's article that doesn't directly deal with the lawsuit is this line. It says Forbes estimated the Padres' value last March at $1.95 billion. League sources recently told The Athletic the Seidler family is seeking a sale price well above that number. And that confirms things that we have heard as well. 1.95 is
going to get it done.
Very low in terms of what the Padres are going to sell for. My kind of the target number that I'm looking at is 3. Will it land a little below 3? Will it eclipse 3? I think the Seidlers are probably hoping that it gets above 3. Ultimately, it depends on, the bidders. When you're a billionaire and you want to buy a baseball team and they say, we would like $3 billion, your first reaction is going to be, it's probably a lot of money. I don't know that your team is worth $3 billion. But then you see 5 other billionaires who are going, I would also like to buy a baseball team. And you know what? I have so much money that, okay, I'll go $3 billion. All right, well, I'll go $3.1 billion. I've got, what's another 100 million at this point? I want the baseball team. I'll go $3.2 billion. Then this is how these things end up almost always.
Jeez.
They sell for quite a bit more than what the actual value. Like a businessman can go in and go, here are your revenues, here are your assets, here's what your team is worth. But it never really factors in for that ego bump that a billionaire wants to own the team. There's not that many teams. There's enough billionaires out there that they're going to keep bidding it up. And I think the Padres sale price is going to be, who knows, anywhere from 2.7 to 3.5 billion range is what I'm kind of guessing.
What does Forbes really know about money at the end of the day? It's Forbes.
It's the East Coast media.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't know anything about San Diego.
They know nothing about it out here. So again, man, just keep your keep your eyes peeled, your ears open for something that may happen. Again, I'm getting whispers and rumors and everything else. Nothing confirmed yet, but could be interesting times for Padres fans coming up.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. It is Ben and Woods. Let's shift our attention to some of the late night action. San Diego State Aztecs playing last night at Viejas Arena against Wyoming. We'll get to that after a check of traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Well, it continues to be a pretty quiet one around the county. You just want to watch out for this one stalled car westbound 8 past Waring Road. It's in the Center Divide. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Well, the Aztecs did what the Aztecs do last night. They bounced back from losses quite well under Brian Dutcher, especially when they are playing at home. Whether you want to call it a good performance by the Aztecs, as Paulie has switched to our red and black theme on YouTube stream. Is that new, Paulie? I don't know that I've noticed that before.
Is new. How about that?
A little red and black to go with what we're talking about. There's still some issues that San Diego State needs to work out. Biggest amongst them, getting healthy. They still didn't have LZ Harrington, Magoon Guath last night, but the inconsistency of their shooting performances, and in particular, Miles Byrd, who
Mercurial.
Oh, good
Mercurial
word.
Miles,
Good
man.
word.
Mercurial Miles.
Yeah. Because there are days when Miles Byrd looks like one of the best college basketball players in America. Does everything, man. All over the court, defensively. We've seen him go 5 for 5 from three-point range, burying shots from like 7 steps from beyond the arc. And you go, this guy's a future NBA star.
And then he'll come down and get a block right after that.
And then, he'll do everything. Energy. He's got his team fired up. He's got Viejas Arena fired up. And then the next game, it's like, have you ever played basketball before? You're 1 for 9 from the field, and it's just like scattered all over the place. And, it's going to take a more consistent output from your star player, Miles Byrd, to get deep into the tournament, to even make the tournament at this point. But there are some good signs as well, like Reese Dixon-Waters. Woo! After missing last year and getting off to a bit of a choppy, slow start this year, he's starting to look like the Reese Dixon-Waters that was preseason all-conference, that was one of the best players in the Mountain West before he got hurt 2 years ago. Scored a season-high 23 points last night.
He's pouring it in.
That mid-range jumper that, they say metrically is not a good shot in basketball, but it also is, Paul, you'd agree with me, like the prettiest shot in basketball.
The mid-range?
Like that mid-range fall away.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's just so fun to watch. Coaches and the statisticians will tell you, why would you take that shot? Just back up 3 feet and it's worth more. But hey, he hits those, and he was doing it last night.
I would guess if you asked Reese, like, who did you model your game after? I would guess it was Kobe Bryant, based on how he plays.
I agree.
The way they can create their shots, like, he looks like a young Kobe out there. Just the way Kobe didn't matter how close you were guarding him, he was going to create space, fall away, and just shoot it right over your arms. You had no chance of blocking it, and that's what Reese looks like. He is really. I was looking at his game log here over the last handful of games, 23 points, 19, 16, 13, 12. Like, he has consistently improved. But he scored double digits in like their last, 12 games or whatever.
That being said, other than Reese Dixon-Waters, didn't get a lot. Jeremiah Oden went over 1,000 career points. Congratulations. Most of that at other schools, but he did get it against his old team, Wyoming. But ultimately, the Aztecs, even though they won by 9, which is the point spread was 11.5.
Yeah.
Oh, and Paulie was telling me that he had some buddies who had a little on the Aztecs last night. What a bad beat.
I woke up and
Aztecs
saw their texts.
up double digits most of the second half, up 12 with like 20 seconds to go. They've got the ball, but they can't quite milk the entire shot clock. So they get it down to like 7, and then was it Taj DeGorville or Tay Simmons?
Yeah.
DeGorville takes a three in the corner. Kind of unnecessary, but you're going to have to take a shot in the last 3 or 4 seconds anyway. Misses it. And then with like no time on the clock, Wyoming goes down and buries the 3 to turn the win for Aztecs bettors into a loss. Ouch. That's a tough one. But the Aztecs won by 9. They shot 3 of 18 from 3-point range. They missed 13 free throws
at the stripe, fellas.
And Wyoming's just not good.
No, Wyoming's not a good team.
The Aztecs did not play particularly well.
I like that one dude that looks like he could sell you insurance. The big, tall, white, farmer-looking guy. Look, I'm like, this guy. He looks
big, tall, white guy on Wyoming.
You know who I'm talking about? The flat top.
Yeah, no, I do.
What's his name? He looks like he works in like a state farm.
Gavin Gores?
No, he had the ponytail.
Adam Harricow?
No. He's got like a dash in his name.
Ooh, a dash.
Yeah.
Simon Martin Sadi.
That's him, dude.
He's coming off the bench.
The bench. Big dude.
Sim Martin Sadi.
Yeah, he looks like he works in his dad's insurance agency in like Iowa somewhere. I was like, that's a grown ass man out there, like a big dude. Yeah, they were not great last night, and they took care of business.
But that's a game that the Aztecs would lose against a better team. If you shoot like that, especially on your home floor, and miss that many free throws, which the Aztecs don't usually do. They've been a pretty decent free throw shooting team, but that's a game you're going to lose against the New Mexico's, Grand Canyon, Utah State's in the Mountain West. So you got to be careful. Wyoming at home, you get away with that. Oh, he's found Sim Martin Sod in our YouTube stream.
Yes. Would you like to buy some insurance? Yes, I would. I will. Yes, I will buy a policy from you. I personally don't know how it works, so I'll just give you my money. I don't know what a deductible is, but I will buy insurance from you, son.
The Aztecs are now 10-2. They're temporarily alone in first place in the Mountain West. 9-2 Utah State, 9-2 New Mexico play tonight. So one of those teams will win, and they will be tied with the Aztecs. One of them will lose and fall a game behind. So you can guarantee that going forward. San Diego State will play at Air Force, I believe, on Saturday at 5:00. I believe Air Force is winless in the Mountain West so far this year. So hopefully a chance to put another victory on the board, and then they have a bye.
Get a little time
off
in
the middle of next week. So really just one game against a winless team. It is on the road, so you still have to make that slog of a trip to Colorado Springs. But other than that, you've got basically a week and a half before you really have to kind of gear up for the final stretch, the final month until you get to tournament time, Mountain West tournament and postseason tournament time. So that's where the Aztecs stand at that point. Then they'll have Nevada coming in. They got Grand Canyon coming in. They got Utah State coming in a span of 4 games. You got 3 of the better teams in the conference, and then you go to New Mexico and Boise State. So 5 out of 6 pretty tough games coming up for San Diego State after this bit of a respite for Brian Dutcher's team over the next week and a half.
Yeah, I made it the first half, and I thought they ended the half in a really, really nice way.
They did.
And then I turned in after that, which I also did on the soccer match as well, which turns out to be the biggest mistake of the night. Aztecs handled business, no problem, won by 9. I was a little disheartened when I was watching the early returns of the SDFC Pumas match last night. The early returns were, wow, we're playing really, really well. Really well. We're controlling. We're getting shots. They're not doing anything. And then boom, 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 bicycle kick goal, one of the most beautiful goals you will ever see in your entire life. You're down 1-0. You're like, all right, that's it. I wake up this morning. I look over. I ask my wife, I go, did SDFC win? She goes, yeah, I think 4-1. I go, you have the wrong. I go, you
don't understand soccer the way I do.
Clearly, you don't get the beautiful game like I do. So what you want to do?
You must be looking at a score from last year, maybe.
I know, look, soccer can be confusing. So just, you see their logo. What does it say under their logo? And then see our logo. What does it say under theirs? Really? Is that right? Okay. Hang on. I trust you. I trust you. As I roll over and open my phone for myself. It's like, son of a bitch, she was right. Just nailed it. Just absolutely crushed it.
I did not. 4.
Really?
4.
I went to sleep. I missed 4 goals. What on the planet?
Of, by the way, 17 minutes.
Good Lord, dude.
It did. It was a neck. Maybe that's where your neck soreness comes from, because it was like a head snap. Like,
just
whoa,
back.
What just went on there at Snapdragon Stadium last night? It was impressive. I mean, that's, I think, the best word to use to describe what San Diego FC looked like in the second half of that game. We will talk about it coming up in our next segment to kick off hour number 2. I know there were some fans who were there probably getting up this morning who are a little worse for wear. You know, it's you gotta work hard to be an SDFC fan, especially in Frontera SD, and making noise throughout the game. And it was loud in there from what I could hear watching it on television on FS2. So we will talk about that coming up. First, though, I want to end this hour with our giveaway. We got spring training tickets to the Peoria Sports Complex to give away. If you'd like to go with a 4-pack of tickets to catch some baseball in Arizona, call now. Fourth caller at 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973 is going to win the 4-pack of tickets to the Peoria Sports Complex for a spring training game, and you'll qualify for the shot at the grand prize, 4 tickets to a Padres Giants game at Petco Park on April 1st. Remember, you can get your spring training tickets now at peoriabaseball.com. All right, we'll come back. We'll talk a little more in depth about the soccer game last night. Paul, you did stay awake for the whole thing.
I did.
I did as well. So we'll fill in Woods on some of the second half goings on.
Just means a little bit more to some of us
at Snapdragon Stadium. When we come back, don't do this as well.
I'm going to give you my children for one night.
On San Diego's number one sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Hour number 2 of Ben and Woods. Congratulations to Jonathan, who won the spring training tickets to Peoria. We'll have more to give away tomorrow and Friday. But let's jump in and talk a little SDFC. You mentioned it, first half, spectacular bicycle kick goal.
Unbelievable, man.
For Pumas to get the scoring started pretty early in the game. SDFC kind of on their heels and playing from behind. Not what you wanted to do, considering your last home game was the playoff loss to Vancouver, where you gave up the early goal that turned into another one and then another one, and you were never able to recover. But Robert Morales, tip of the cap. I mean, not going to see much better on a soccer pitch than that goal.
It's one of those things, like, it happened against the team you root for, and they kept showing the replay. I'm like, show it again. Like, keep showing that, because it was spectacular. First, the deke by the guy down in the corner by the goal, the deke to get the defender to leave his feet and slide, the pass, the redirect, and then the timing of the bicycle kick, 5 feet in the air. It was unbelievably beautiful, and just buries it. The keeper, you're like, what do you want me to do? Unless he kicked it right at me. I tip my hat to that all day. It was beautiful. And you thought then, now I was remembering, it was Craig, I think, talking about, or you, Ben, how these guys, Pumas, they've played some games together. They're already kind of locked in. They're in sync. And I went, man, this is when it could go sideways. And guess what? It did. It did go sideways. But for the other team.
It did and it didn't. Because in the first half, that was the only shot.
Yes.
At all that Pumas took.
That's it.
They did not get any other opportunities, even close. They didn't even threaten like the net on the SDFC side of the field the entire first half, other than the one spectacular goal. Meanwhile, SDFC, as they do, has the possession of the ball for like 80+% of the time. They're constantly, prodding and, testing the defenses of Pumas, trying to get in there, occasionally getting a couple of not, on target shots.
Decent runs.
But, they got a couple of runs where you think maybe this isn't going to be. Maybe this is it. No, this isn't going to be it. And they go to halftime down 1-0. And Pumas had to be thrilled. I mean, outplayed, outpossessioned, but up on the road. They got that road goal, which is very important in a home-and-home series like this in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, because it's a tiebreaker, road goal. So they're sitting pretty in the catbird seat, one half in to this match. They're more than happy holding on for a 1-0 win, even a 1-1 draw. They're feeling pretty good, because then they go home and a 0-0 draw, they get to go on to the next round. So they're feeling really good. 1-0, 1-1. They will take that and run back to Mexico City next week. Mm-hmm. And the second half starts kind of more of the same. It's like I had started to lose a little faith that San Diego FC was going to break through. And then finally, on a corner kick opportunity, of course, it's Sandra Stryer who's got the corner kick. A beautiful header by Manu Dua for his first professional big goal after he was the top draft pick last year of SDFC and played a lot late in the season, but didn't score. Deflected it past, I guess, their all-world keeper, like veteran, 39-year-old guy who's considered one of the best of his generation, but he had no chance at that one. That was just an absolute the way he probably got a sore neck too, the way he had to angle his neck to get that ball into the net. Totally different reason. And once that happened, it was just over for Pumas. I mean, they were constantly it was a barrage of San Diego FC chances. Yep. They scored again on a newcomer. Wilson Eisner fed David Vasquez for another header to make it 2-1 on a cross. And then in the last 10 minutes, you got more goals. Alex Maiton and Luca Bombino both scored. And remember, this is important because it's not just the win, it's aggregate goals. So
amazing.
2-1 win's great. A 3-1 win is fantastic. And a 4-1 win, you're feeling very good now going into the second leg of the home and home next Tuesday in Mexico City. Because remember, with a 4-1 win, you can lose 2-0, you can lose 3-1, you can lose 4-2, and you still get to advance to the next round on aggregate goals. So you can lose by 2 and still move on. You can even lose 5-2 by 3 goals.
Yes.
And because of the away goals, you would still advance if you score enough. So San Diego FC obviously just has to go in and basically do what they do. If they possess the ball like they did, it's just going to be hard for Pumas to come back from that sort of deficit.
Yeah, you don't really have to change your style at all.
No, I mean, it's perfect for what you're doing.
Keep doing what you're doing.
You might be a little more cautious on the back end.
Sure,
obviously you don't want them to get some momentum. All of a sudden, you're up 3-0. You go, now we're in trouble again. So, but I think you're in really good shape now going forward.
Yeah, that and I would imagine Pumas does need to get back to the drawing board.
Much more, because they're going to have to rethink their strategy for this game because they have to be much more aggressive offensively.
When's that one?
Next Tuesday.
Okay.
5:00 since it's not the time difference. Mexico City is, I think, a couple of time zones away from us. So, well, you'll know when you go there in a couple of months.
Yes,
to Mexico City.
Very excited. Got the flights all done.
Get a Pumas game.
The hotel. I'm there for such a short time. My wife has booked. I found out we will be doing some canal trip. So we'll get up. We'll fly
canals
in. Yeah, there's canals.
It's like Venice.
Yeah.
I did not know this about
apparently
Mexico
they're incredible.
City. Really?
So she booked. So we fly in Friday, and then dinner with our couple friend, and then the next morning get up. We go do the canals, and we go straight to the game. So there will be no more. So you wear to the canals what you're going to wear to the baseball game. It's going to be a long day. You get out, you go do the canal trip. It's like 2.5 hours out. And I'm
not a lot of walking, hopefully.
I don't think so. I think you just sit your ass in a canal and somebody.
Because
I hope I don't have to row. That would be terrible.
Mexico City. 7,349 feet of elevation.
Oh,
it's higher than Laramie, Wyoming.
Oh, my God. Elevation?
You are going to be unable to breathe, my friend. Unable to breathe.
All right, maybe the canal idea was a good idea. You sit in a boat, somebody else rows you around. But I'm very excited about that. I wasn't until you just told me that, because you know what I actually said to her? I go, why did you do this? Why'd you book the canal trip? She goes, I love water, I love boats. I go, yeah, but we only have one day. Don't you want to just walk around Mexico City? And now turns out, who's the genius? She's the genius. Now I just get to sit in a boat. So I'm excited. And I heard the food is just ungodly good. Just ungodly good. So excited about that. And then we fly out the next day, Benny. We're just going to one game.
I'm looking at pictures of the canals of Mexico City. Yeah, it looks like festive, like party boats.
Good. Okay. All right. I like to party, like a little bit. But I also have to make it to the game. You don't want to party so much on the canals.
Woods is often talking about how much he loves party boats and all of that. Yeah.
I'm your Huckleberry. Says you sit back and have cocktails while they play music. Oh,
sounds great.
Yeah, sounds good to me. All in.
Just make it to the game.
Just make it to the game. Just get too hammered to make it. How was the game? I don't know. I went back to my hotel room and passed out. No, I'm excited. So the canal scene is happening. It's all done. And but yeah, I didn't know about that altitude. I didn't know it was that high.
Oh yeah,
man.
That's why the final score, I think, of the
like
baseball
17
games
to
is
12.
like 17 to 12.
Yeah, that's true. I knew it was hot, and I thought the stadium was really small.
No, it's like Coors Field on steroids.
It's a smaller version of Coors
yes.
Field.
With 2,000 more feet of elevation than Coors Field as well.
Because I remember going to Telluride and having to walk up, 12 stairs with some skis, and was like paper bag.
I swear,
I think Telluride is a little higher, but it's similar.
Musgrove had a game, one of those games a couple years ago against the Giants, and everyone was giving up home runs. Yeah. It was just a fly ball, just sailed for a home run every other at bat, it felt like, and he was like, "This was wild.
This is a nightmare.
Like this sucked for any pitcher. Your ERA suffered."
That's so gnarly.
Fresh Jimmy says, with the altitude, one drink will feel like 3.
Oh, good.
Maybe
cheap date.
Alcohol has a more intense effect when you're at high elevation.
Yeah, cheap date then. Perfect. I can't wait. Wish you guys were coming. It'd be fun.
I mean, I'm sure it's a concern for Mikey Varas as well, for his team. Baseball is one thing. You're going to have the ball will fly a little bit more, but you're not constantly running 10 miles over the course of a game. That is something that, SDFC will have to account for and probably manage their substitutions, because you're just trying to hold on the road. Try to win at home. You're just trying to hold on the road, and they put themselves in a very advantageous position. But again, you give a couple early goals,
then
and
you're
then,
like playing
then
on
all
your
of a sudden
heels.
you're getting winded, and you're feeling that elevation. There's no guarantees that you're going to win this game or at least move forward. You just want to make sure that you don't put yourself in a bad spot early. But I mean,
then they advance, right? If they can hold them off,
then they would advance to the second round.
That extra goal late is just massive. The extra 2 goals late is
huge.
just insanely massive.
It changes the entire complexion of next week.
Yeah.
With those 2 late goals.
Fantastic work.
But I mean, when you got 22 shots, I think, I don't know, Pumas ended up with 2 or 3 at the end of the night. I mean,
it's crazy.
It's just, we wonder, how is it possible that you could then lose by 3 goals to a team like that when, I mean, they barely got enough shots off. They'd have to make every shot they took.
Yeah.
If the game goes similarly to how it went last night.
Well, how about that, man? 4 goals and 0 from Anders Dreyer. Like what you have to, if we said, hey, we're going to score 4, Anders he's going to be iced out tonight. You wouldn't have believed it, but they did, man. Very deep and they played very, very well. And I think it was a cool thing to watch them give up that goal and be like, all right, like this is absolutely not going to break us. We're not going to break us. It's going to inspire us. And like Yvaris got his team rallied in the second half and they came out and dominated. And your old pal Woodsy was sawing logs when it was happening. So maybe that's the move.
But Anders Dreyer did have the assist. He also had the rebound that led to another goal. So he was still pretty instrumental in getting at least half of those goals scored. So if SDFC does advance, by the way, they will face another very good Mexican squad, Toluca, and that game would be March 11th. So they'd come home, get their MLS season started, and then next month they would get to the round of 16. And I think it's another home-and-home series again is how it works going forward. I'm not sure exactly if you ever get to like single elimination or how the tournament operates as you get a little bit later on. But they would advance definitely to play March 11th for their next match.
Excellent.
All right, let's take a quick timeout here.
Real quick, I just pulled up the Mexico City series from 2023.
Yeah.
2 games against the Giants in April.
First game was a little bit more reasonable, right?
No, second game was. The first game was
crazy.
Bat S. Padres won 16-11.
Yes.
You had 27 combined runs, 30 combined hits. The Padres hit 6 home runs. The Giants hit 5 that year.
Unbelievable.
Game. And then things settled in a little bit in game 2. The Padres still won. They won 6-4.
Still 10 runs in that game.
But
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That felt like the low scoring game.
That was the low scoring game. And there were still, let's see, the Padres only hit 1 home run and the Giants hit 3 that day.
Jeez, man. Watch me go watch a 1-0 shutout in Mexico City. We lose a 1-0 shutout.
It's
the Diamondbacks. Yeah.
Zach Gallen just shoves.
Yeah. Zach Gallen I don't think he's signed
not
yet.
on the team anymore. He's not anywhere.
He's not
anywhere yet. Merrill Kelly's back.
Yeah.
Don't Do This is coming up next. We have a former baseball player who is angling for votes in the Don't Do This Hall of Fame. And we got a Tier 1 who's got a special event that we're going to let you know about in Do This as well. That is all coming up next after a check of traffic. More Ben and Woods on the way on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3, The Fan. Of course, got the big game coming up this Sunday. It's your last chance for daily fantasy if you're a football fan until next fall. So you might as well get going with Prize Picks now. Set up your account and have a ton of fun because there's a lot of different ways you can play while watching football. You're just picking against the numbers, stat projections. So rushing yards, passing yards, touchdowns scored if you want. The more players you put into a lineup, up to 6, the more you can win. A power play means you have to get them all right. A flex play, you can put 5 in, win 4, and still win money. And this week on Prize Picks, you got a special max discount for the big game live in the app right now. Drake May needs just 1 passing yard in the max discount. So you can put that into one of your lineups and win big. Just add 1 more player to your lineup. If your picks hit, you can cash in. When you sign up, make sure you download the app and then use the code KWFN to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code KWFN to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. I've been playing for a couple years now. I think it's a ton of fun. It's easy. I have withdrawn money from my account. They make it very simple. It's very fast with either Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard even, however you want. Very easy to use. It's Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't Do This, brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it,
enjoy it.
I will get us started on Don't Do This with a guy who is pressing for inclusion in the DDT Hall of Fame. Also happens to be the dad of Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Pat Mahomes Sr. arrested again yesterday. Already on probation. This one's just a probation violation for his DWI sentence. He was caught drinking alcohol. It's not that hard, actually, to catch him because part of his court-ordered sentence was he was wearing a scram monitor.
What is a scram?
A scram, an ankle bracelet, a secure, continuous, remote alcohol monitor. It's attached to your skin.
Okay.
And as soon as you have a drink, like the alarm goes off.
Lets you know.
Lets the probation officer know that he's been drinking. How monumentally idiotic do you have to be when you're wearing one of those devices? You know what?
It's
I'll
just
coming. Have one gin and tonic, maybe two.
You're addicted. You got it. You're addicted. You got to have it. You know the consequences, the probation violation. You know they're going to find out. There's no way around it. There's just no way around it. It's sad. Obviously, it's sad. Also, man, if you want to get clear of this stuff, you have to take the proper steps to get clear of it. It is such an unfortunate story for him. So what? He's just at a bar?
I don't know where he was. He could have been home. He could be anywhere, but it just alerts them remotely via, mobile communication. It monitors the ethanol is in your blood. It seeps through the skin and it just goes, boop, gotcha.
Can pull the it must have been a mistake with the calibration of said scram device.
I mean, it was rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
I just had a cut on my skin, and I mean, I'm sure there are excuses out there, but
I mean, then there's in the mugshot. If you're Patrick Mahomes, the dude needs help, obviously, but you gotta want to help yourself.
The waitress spilled a drink on me.
Yes,
I was having a ginger ale. Waitress came by, just dumped
a whole bottle of Jim Beam on me, and now that's why you got whiskey and ginger in my system. Yeah. But it's just at this point, man, it's sad. You got to get it together, got to get free and clear of this stuff. But you can't do it unless you stop boozing, and you have to. It's the very first part of the whole deal. So hope he gets it together. Certainly, the bloodbath is happening in DC currently as we speak. Right now, got a text from our pal and yours, Major Garrett. Said Washington Post news just dropped. Editor Matt Murray announced in a series of major changes to the storied newsroom, it'll end sports coverage in its current form, close its book section, suspend its Post Reports podcast, and shrink its international footprint. Murray said the Post will retain several of the sports reporters to join features and cover sports as a, quote, cultural and societal phenomenon. So, you're you're covering the Commanders on the beat, and you're covering the Nationals on the beat, man. You're down there every day. Now they're like, no. We're getting rid of the sports page. We're going to still talk about sports, but we're only going to do it as a cultural phenomenon.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
So I'll tell you exactly what that means.
You speak news.
I do. I speak news. I can translate fluently here. Picture the Padres making the playoffs.
Okay.
And on the front page, you'll have one of those stories with a good picture of fans downtown excitedly purchasing tickets. Right. And hey, we talked to Gary from Santee who says, yeah, it's a lot of money, but I've been saving up, and I really want to go see the Padres game, and we're planning to go to Bub's and eat a lot of chicken wings.
So not
and they write a story about that on the front page. Then in the sports page, you get all the details about, well, here's how the starting pitching looks for the series, and here's what our bullpen arms health wise, and here's what we're here. That's all gone from the Washington Post. All the actual sports coverage that sports fans will be interested in will be gone. It'll just be a little flavor of, oh yeah, the Commanders are back. It's training camp starting for the Commanders again. If you'd like to go, they'll be open for public workouts on Wednesdays, and here's where you get your tickets and stuff.
That's it. Just the cultural.
It'll just be the very top base level of information,
which again,
and flavor, not actual sports coverage.
You like flavor. Flavor's fine. I love a flavorful story. I do. I love, oh man, when do you hear this guy's story of where he came from and who his coach was and what happened to him growing up when his dad, this happened to him.
No, that's a feature.
Oh, that's a feature.
That's
okay.
a feature.
That's not a cultural.
I don't think that's even cultural phenomenon.
They're going to keep it as base as it gets.
They're just basically saying when everybody in town is talking about the Nationals because they're in the World Series, we want to ignore it because we don't have a sports department. We'll do something on them, but don't expect any regular or detailed coverage on any of our teams.
Well, you're seeing tweets come out from people we've talked to on the show. Barry Sverluga is one of them. Chelsea Janes is another one. There's a ton. And I mean, again, that's the Washington Post, man. That's Tony Kornheiser. It's Michael Wilbon, those guys. I mean, it has been the gold standard for the sports pages in our country. One of them, right? You can have more than one gold standard. They've been right up there. It's time immemorial. And now it's out. And they're just going to cover the lighter side of sports or whatever bit they came up with, man. It's just crazy. And especially in DC, where people are like, give me anything else. Give me anything else than what's going on right now. Give me anything. I need that distraction of the Nats that are coming in, the Commanders that are wrapping up, the Caps, whatever, like they still have a basketball team, the Wizards, right? They still have the Wizards. Yeah. The Orioles, all that stuff.
Ravens.
We're just done. We're just done. It's really, really sad.
Yeah, there's a lot of really, really talented and good journalists looking for work now.
So sad.
Sucks.
All right. Finally, a little do this.
This is awesome.
DD mega doo-doo.
Got an email this week from one of our tier ones, Pastor Todd, and he was just looking for a little bit of promotion for an event they do every year. It sounds like a really good cause, so I thought I would pass it along. It's called Night to Shine, Trinity San Diego. It's an unforgettable prom night experience for people with special needs aged 14 and up. It's a global event, and this is the San Diego chapter of it, like 350 volunteers, more than 200 honored guests. It's a night where every guest celebrated, honored, reminded that they are deeply loved. They have the red carpets, dancing.
Amazing.
They've got every guest is a king or a queen of prom night, and they're just trying to share some love with the community. It's coming up next Friday, February 13th, from 6 to 9 o'clock, and Pastor Todd just wanted to pass along what they are doing, and if anyone wants to look into it and maybe offer some support, volunteer, donate, or anything, you can look up Night to Shine and San Diego, and you can get more details.
Is there a website or anything?
I'm looking for his website. They have a www.trinitysandiego.org, and then you can kind of go deeper into volunteer and look at Night to Shine.
It's actually, and it's part of the Tim Tebow Foundation. So you can go to timtebowfoundation.org/Night to Shine.
I've seen him post over the years about this.
It's the sweetest thing,
clips about it. And yeah, it's just everybody deserves, that experience.
Yes.
A prom, and the way they do it, it's really, really special.
They do this in a ton of different countries.
Like, I love how everyone is a king or a queen.
Yeah.
There's no prom king or prom. Yeah, everybody's a prom king and prom queen, and the red carpet and how excited everyone is when they arrive. It's really, really cool.
That's incredible. Great work. And however we can help, please let us know. We're happy to push all that information. Donate, whatever you need.
And certainly worthy of a do this mention on a Wednesday on Ben and Woods.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
When we come back, is today the day in which we learn whether the Dodgers will win the World Series with absolutely no opposition whatsoever, or if there may still be some wiggle room to beat this team. I'll explain what I'm talking about when we come back with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt. Right? All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Something about your old pal Woods.
What's that?
This is one of the ways that you and I differ.
There's so many.
There's many ways.
There's many ways.
We don't have enough time for that.
We do. I mean, we got the rest of the week.
You may have heard Woods complaining a little bit about his neck soreness earlier in the program.
It's so stiff.
Yeah.
It really is.
So during the break, just outside our studio is our company provided
first aid
Cintas first aid box.
By the way, it has been restocked and replenished.
I saw that.
It looked like,
and here's why
it looked like a relic from the Vietnam War about 6 months ago.
But here's why it needs to be restocked. You treat it like it's some sort of convenience store.
Yes.
You
kind of do.
You go out there. I mean, most people have a first aid kit and they go, I need a Band-Aid. So they go and get a Band-Aid.
Yes.
You kind of open it and browse. As though something is
like you got a grocery bag on your arm.
Get some inspiration.
See, I need some Tylenol.
What do I need right now from the first aid kit?
Did you call Hannah? Hey, what's our gauze pad situation like at home? Because we just restocked a bunch here at Odyssey.
There's a tourniquet in there for some reason.
So what did you decide on as you went down the aisles of the first aid kit?
So I'm telling you guys, man. I'm telling you, this thing hurts like a mother. And in fact, like it's thrown me off my game today. It's been one of the worst hour and 40 minutes of radio I've done in a long time. I don't feel right. My neck is killing me. And I can't get my head right. And so I walk out there and I go, I'm looking. I go, oh, ice pack. So I take the little ice pack. There's big ones and little ones. So I took the little one, obviously. So I popped the thing, threw it on there. Wasn't great. So I was like, I need something else. So I went back out, and then I finally found what I needed: muscle relief, the salve, and it's BioFreeze. So I put that on, rubbed it on my neck. So now the room smells of BioFreeze. Feels a little bit better. Again, I know it's just kind of I know it's not actually penetrating my sore muscles. I know that. But mentally, it makes me feel better. I'm refreshed now because my neck is burning from the BioFreeze. So now I feel up, alert, ready to go. But I like it in there. They've got antacid, they've got Band-Aids, they've got eye wash in there, they've got lens cleaners for my glasses. I really enjoy. Like,
it's too bad they don't have an almond joy or two in there for you as well at the checkout counter.
If things don't work out, with our next contract, Cintas might be at the top of my list. I'm not joking when I say this. I have a great appreciation for what they do.
Here's the problem, though. If JR, who's our engineer, is in charge of the building, essentially, our floor of the building, hears this, he's immediately going to go, no wonder we got to keep calling them to come restock. It's not free when we call the Cintas people out to restock that first aid kit.
But what is it there for then if it's not to be used?
You always leave. So he'll come up to me after the show and be like, hey, I heard the Encinitas hillbilly stole all the Band-Aids. And I'll be like, yeah, he probably did. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to do, JR.
I can't even remember the last time I used one of their Band-Aids. And I have my own Advil. I didn't use theirs. But they do got some good stuff in there, man.
Has anyone seen the space blankets? There used to be a couple of space blankets.
The rations in there, the food, the frozen rations. I really am fascinated by it. I just think it's excellent. They've got lip balm in there, which I probably will grab at the next break.
Lip balm. Why should the
my lips are dry?
Provide lip balm.
A damn chapstick.
Lip balm.
I have some. It's in the car. It's in the car. But I love that thing. I really do. It's like a fun little. It's like a perk. It's like a perk of the job.
I don't know that the employer considers that to be a perk for employees.
That BioFreeze feels good.
I have had jobs in the past, not here, but in the past, where I've probably raided the office supply section. You go to that part of the building, you open that closet and you're like, ooh, what do I need? There's nobody here. And I do need a new notepad. Oh, I'm going to take some sticky notes, put those on my desk at home.
Yep.
Take a few pens. What else do we need here?
Listen, you got to give it back to the man every now and then.
In 30 years of employment in radio and television, how many times do you think I've opened the first aid box at work?
Once?
Zero.
You never had a headache at work? Nothing?
I have. But it never even occurred to me that would be the place that I would go to. I would drive to the convenience store and just buy my own stuff.
Which is weird because you're the free hog in our relationship. If it's free, you'll do it. But that's free.
But I don't consider that free.
What do you mean? It doesn't cost. Is it like those old candies where I used to fake putting a quarter in at the store and get hit the top of it?
Fake hitting the candy.
When I was a kid, I told you, no.
You have to turn the whole thing all the way around before something.
Not that
released.
Thing.
Not that one.
Remember in the grocery store?
Oh yeah,
the troughs.
Put in a quarter, get an Andes candy.
So
and
I'd
just
walk up and I'd
Yeah.
slap the top of it so it sounded like I put a quarter in, and I'd get my Neapolitan candy and I'd walk out.
You're a monster,
thief that I am.
Monster.
But I mean, look, here's the thing.
Those quarters were going to put on, a great event like the one we just talked about.
That's true. If they needed to charge for the Cintas box, I would gladly pay it. I would gladly pay it.
Then the problem is then they're just going to charge us all equally, and I'm not using it.
You're a country club guy, right?
Right.
There's I'm
not going to deny it.
That's fair. There are certain clubs that you can go to, and it's like the honor box, they call it. It's just like drinks and granola bars and sodas. They're not really beer and stuff, but like the waters and stuff. You just take those, right? You don't have to pay for those, do you?
Well, I think it's kind of included in your
membership
fee and dues is considered. They're going to provide some snacks and stuff.
Go to a nice day spa. You're waiting for a massage. There's probably an area where you can get some flavored water and some nuts or a cookie or something. That's
part of the experience.
This is part of my Odyssey experience.
It's part of your experience. You consider this as part of your salary.
This is part of my salary. Okay. Yeah.
Fair
so
enough.
I did remember there was something in there that I used to get a lot. and it ran out. And it was maybe like eye drops or something. They ran out. I didn't have them here for like 3 years. The fact that it's restocked again, so happy. I got everything I need now.
Then it'll be gone in a week or two, and then another 3 years before they restock it again.
I noticed we just got a vending machine, a soda machine, put in yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just a soda machine.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I saw it this morning. I was a little excited about it.
All right, let's check traffic, and then we'll talk about a big baseball story that could impact, I would say, every team in the National League West, but it's happening in the American League Central coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser, Alpine Spring Water. We're definitely getting busier on our roads. Guys got a crash involving 4 or 5 vehicles on southbound 15 before Ocean View. Those vehicles are in the center divide, and there's a vehicle over the right shoulder. Also southbound 5 before Palm Avenue. 2-vehicle accident over to the right shoulder. Crash involving a car and a motorcycle northbound 5 past Mile Up Carsway. Tow trucks on scene. Everything now over to the right shoulder. Seeing a lot of congestion on the Coronado Bridge heading over to the island. This is due to some possible police activity at North Island. Now getting reports of a collision on northbound 805 before the 54. It's over to the right shoulder. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And all of their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Today is Tarek Skubal Arbitration Day. He's got his hearing where the Detroit Tigers are going to argue why he deserves to be paid $19 million.
This should be broadcast live, on network television. I want to see this.
Tarek Skubal's agent representatives will argue why he is deserving of $32 million, which would
14 off,
which would set a monumental record in arbitration if he wins by far. But they believe that he is worthy of a monumental record, considering he has won 2 consecutive American League Cy Young awards. This is his final year of arbitration, so that's always the biggest year. And it's going to be decided by an arbitrator after a hearing in which they will make their arguments. And I believe that this is how it works. There's no compromise. The arbitrator can't say, somewhere between these two, let's peg it at $26 million. No.
Oh.
You have to decide on either the team's figure or the player's figure. So
no in between.
If he believes that Tarek Skubal is worth $24.9 million,
can't do it.
Then he goes with the team's figure because it's closer to the. Oh, if he believes he's worth $25.2 million,
find the difference, split it.
He goes to the player's figure of 32. So whatever figure he decides, he then goes to whatever's closer. So he rounds up or rounds down.
He's not just walking in there and going 32 or 19. It's actually, I think he's worth, to be honest with you, based on every 26,
but that means he gets 32.
Oh my God, this is awful. And there's going to be somebody in there telling Tarek Skubal, 2-time Cy Young Award winner, what he did wrong last year. And that doesn't sit right with me. Right? Like they're going to be picking apart Tarek Skubal of all people.
Like the biggest bright spot on your team.
Yeah.
Now, you say, I understand it's going to be, if it rules in his favor, that would be a historic amount.
Yes.
And typically these things, we talk about setting the market, right? This is gonna change things for the future. But does it really have to be? Because I feel like Skubal in particular,
I think he's a bit of a unicorn.
Such a unicorn.
There's
with the
concern around
he's
the league
setting the precedent for back-to-back Cy Young winners.
No one's ever made more than $19.75 million, I believe, in arbitration. No pitcher has. That was David Price in 2015,
which is crazy.
And there are teams that are going, this sets a dangerous precedent. If we can start giving $30 million in arbitration, where do you close Pandora's box? But
like, I don't think a good pitcher, like good, not great, next year isn't going to get 30 because they're like, well, that's what Skubal got.
How many back-to-back Cy Young Award winners really are there going to be that aren't already locked up? I mean,
what if Paul Skeens wins one?
Like, if the Tigers had been smart 2 years ago, they would have signed Tarek Skubal to a nice, reasonable multi-year contract extension.
Exactly.
They didn't, so they've put themselves in this situation. But the reason why, and what I teased, is that, remember, Tarek Skubal remains one of still the most likely players to get traded. But whether he wins or loses today hugely impacts his trade market. If he only gets $19 million, there are tons of teams that would go, all right, we will throw every prospect we have to try to trade Tarek Skubal for just $19 million. That is an absolute bargain.
Less if he gets moved during the season and it's prorated.
If he gets 32, you're starting to weed out some of the teams that go, oh, it's a little rich for our blood prospects and $32 million. And you start to land on maybe only one team that can afford to do that.
I feel like they're sitting in the weeds right now. Right now.
I mean, they can afford to do it either way. Obviously, they can throw prospects, and they may land him. And I, of course, by they mean the Los Angeles Dodgers if he gets 19. But they will certainly have to bid quite a bit higher. Like their prospect haul that goes back to Detroit will be much higher if the $19 million arbitration figure comes in rather than the 32. That's a premium that, that teams will be like, oh, we can't give up our top 3 prospects and $32 million.
You absolutely can.
You can.
If it's Tarek Skubal, and you absolutely can if it's the LA Dodgers. If you're the Tigers, what's your best case scenario today? That's the thing. This is a lose-lose.
You want to win, especially if you're going to trade him.
Well, you want to win and keep it to $19 million, right? You want that. But you have a young team with a really good manager. You want to compete. Were they in the playoffs last year? Or were they not? Not last. No,
yeah,
they were.
They did. They lost. They blew the division to the Guardians, but they did get on the wild card at the end.
You don't you want to. It should have never gotten this far. Number one, if you didn't think you could pay Tarek Skubal, you shouldn't have gotten this far. You should have just traded him then. But I don't know, man. They're not going to be able to win right now. They're not going to be able to win today. Everything that happens is going to be, they're going to look at as a loss. They either pay him $32 million and have to trade him, or $19 million and he's pissed off, and you still have to trade him because he's not going to re-sign with you after you've taken him to ARB, is my guess.
I mean, if he does end up going to the Dodgers,
they're the most likely. It's the most likely.
Yeah, I see that as well. That would mean having to face him as many as 4 times over the course of the season.
It's unreal, man.
Now, if he stays with the Tigers, you're certainly facing him on opening day.
Which is like, hey, cool, it's opening day. I'd like to see Tarek Skubal pitch. And then you're done.
But then you don't see him again the rest of the year. You don't play the Tigers again. So unless he gets traded and you get to a team later in the season.
Yeah, he gets traded after 1 week. So you see him opening day, and then he gets traded to the Dodgers, and then you see him 4 more times.
Yeah, that would be bad, but
and twice in the playoffs. Yeah.
Let's make our bets right now. He's getting the 32.
I think so.
Between the two, I think any arbiter should. I think rule it's going to be in his 50% or whatever.
Yeah,
his half of the range, the scale.
I just don't think that the Tigers have much to say in that hearing about Tarek Skubal.
What could you possibly? And knowing that,
and
why
his
would
agent
you go
has,
there?
Awards and accolades.
He won
and
the Triple Crown last year for
everything.
pitching and the Cy Young. Come on, dude. It's embarrassing, man. That's embarrassing.
Crap message to send to prospective free agents, and even guys in your own system now.
Terrible.
If you're Detroit,
terrible. I feel terrible for Tigers fans. I can't even imagine the sickness that you're feeling right now, getting to watch that guy win Cy Youngs for you, and to think that he could be, pitching in another uniform in 6 weeks is beyond me.
I mean, maybe there are personal things behind the scenes
that we don't know.
We don't know that the Tigers are going to bring up, but that would be distasteful as well. If they're trying to argue against him, it's why the Padres have always, under AJ Preller, been very careful to avoid the arbitration process.
Are you worried that Adam will bring up all of your perversions in our potential?
I mean, maybe Tarek Skubal smells really bad.
Maybe.
And that's going to be held against him.
You never know.
You know who can help him with that, though?
Who? Sammy Levitt.
Sammy Levitt.
This guy is unbelievable. Samuel, if you are around, listen and get in the chat, and maybe you can call in. You're unbelievable.
You blew
my mind.
You're in the crosshairs.
No, not the crosshairs. The loving crosshairs. They're loving.
Coming up next year on the Fan.
They're loving. All right, we are halfway home on a Wednesday. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Counting down the days, man, till pitchers and catchers, until we head out to spring training. Very excited. Baseball season is right around the corner. We live for it. I know a lot of the tier ones do as well. Just really looking forward to it, man. It just takes forever to get there.
Pitchers and catchers, 1 week.
1 week. It just takes forever to get there. Every year takes forever. At least we have some SDFC action. Got the Aztecs playing a little better, but it's just not the same. It's not for me. It's not the same. I just need baseball back. I know a lot of the tier ones feel the same way. WBC starting again in a few weeks as well. So that'll be a nice little a respite or a little something to look forward to.
By the way, don't forget, starting 1 week from today, I believe, Sam Levitt will have coverage live from Padres spring training every single day, presented by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. He's going to be driving out and joining us on a daily basis with updates from Padres camp.
Again, one of my favorite highlights of the year is spring training Sammy. Just the best. It's some of my favorite conversations. Woodsy, that's Paul Reindl, executive producer. It's Paul Reindl, executive producer.
Maybe there's something in the first aid kit to help you.
Jeez. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, the chairman. So Ben just brought up Sammy Levitt. Much to my surprise yesterday, he's the content king of 97.3 The Fan. You know it. I know it.
Adam knows it.
Adam knows it. We will always be second fiddle to Sammy in content produced. It just is. We do our radio show.
It's like Sammy, 50 feet of crap.
And then us.
And then everybody else.
I mean, we do the radio program. We do the 20 hours a week, almost standard, which is a lot of content. But, the video content, we're on YouTube. We might put out a funny video every now and then or a funny tweet. Sammy's grinding on this, man. He's grinding on this like 365. It's who wants to watch me pack my suitcase? Who wants to guess where I'm traveling? Who wants to guess what this food is I'm eating? I mean, he never stops.
And it all requires multiple camera shots.
Yeah.
Like a lot of production work. I mean, the guy is hustling. There's no doubt about it.
Such a hustler.
And he says he's an influencer now.
Yeah.
I want to know what his screen time says on his phone.
I mean, mine's probably 14 hours a day, but I'm not doing that. I could.
He's editing.
He's editing.
Takes time, man.
Taking multiple shots. Yeah. Let's be honest. When he's out there, he's told us before, it's kind of embarrassing when I'm out at Sunset Cliffs and people are walking by and I'm getting multiple shots. But you do what you have to do to get the shot.
Tripod over here.
Yeah, move the tripod
do one
here.
second. Move it over here. Another shot.
So I'm scrolling around Instagram yesterday. And I go, what the hell is this? And it's a new Sammy Levitt joint that dropped yesterday. And this is incredible.
We'll be back after this. Why am I sweating again? Time to grab my Dove Men Maximum Protection. Being a Dove Men partner, I get 96 hours of sweat and odor protection. It keeps me cool and confident, and it's actually gentle too. That way I can just focus on the game and not on my pits. One last refresh. Try Dove Men Maximum Protection. Shop now.
Excellent.
Sponsored post.
The armpit shot was my favorite thing. I was not expecting it.
Did he get a stunt armpit?
No,
or
I guarantee that was his.
Actually, that was actually Sammy's armpit.
I promise you that was his.
Did he do a little maintenance of the armpit before putting it on camera for all to see?
You would not want to see mine. They're like skin tags and it's gross. There it is. He's got go down a little. I want a freeze frame on it. Now, look. I mean, that's as clean as it gets. Fantastic work.
I mean, you're going to put it on camera.
Yeah.
You're going to try to
clean it up a little bit.
Clean it up a little bit, I guess.
So here's the thing. I now, because of that commercial, will try Dove for men.
That's why they do it. Influencers influence. It's right there in the name. They influence other people's behavior.
I'm constantly on the hunt for a new deodorant. Constantly. It's a constant struggle and search. Was at CVS the other day. Do you know that they've put all of the deodorant behind the the glass now.
What?
All of it. The CVS
behind the counter, or like it's in the locked,
the glass,
like the locked glass. You have to ask someone to remove the deodorant.
So
for
you want to talk about
what?
You want to talk about pressure? Go to the one. It's on Encinitas.
It's not cold medication
on Encinitas Boulevard.
I think
right?
most things are just getting locked up a lot of places now.
Deodorant.
So I go in, need to get a fresh roll or whatever, and I usually buy Old Spice, fresh something. Go in, it's all locked up. I go, oh no. So I hit the button. Wait.
Isn't there a slight part of you that automatically, instantly goes, how bad do I need this right now?
Oh, I did, but I had like 1 day left.
I mean,
and
I
was there.
The razor blades are kind of expensive, so and they're
deodorant's
small.
expensive. Everything's expensive now.
Well, yeah, but deodorant's not small.
So I've been at the store where I see the locked door and I go, do I
need that?
Need this? Do I need to wait, 30 seconds?
Especially you just order online.
Do you think they sometimes put things behind the locked glass to make it more desirable? You know,
because it's less desirable.
I know, but when you're going down like the alcohol aisle and they've got all the bourbons, but then they've got the bourbons in the lock case, you feel like, oh, those must be the good ones because they're locked up in the case. I don't know that they're any better than the ones that are on the shelf.
Yeah.
You think they are because they're in the locked case.
It's a good bit, but I'm standing there and I push the button again and nobody comes. I saw it 3 times until the guy showed up and he's like, yeah, what do you need? I'm like, I need deodorant. But here's the thing. They didn't have my Fresh Start or whatever the hell it's called. That sounds like a feminine hygiene product. No, it was like Fresh. What is it? It's Old Spice Fresh and Clean or something. So they didn't have that. Sounds
like you just got out of prison.
I know. I get a fresh start. Yeah.
I'm
on that new Fresh Start program. So I'm sitting there, and now homeboy is waiting with the keys next to me as I'm going, hang on, let me. No.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And so I panic move. I buy the Old Spice called the Captain that smells like death. And I just panicked. I was like, oh, yeah, this is the one. I just ran out of the store. So now, because of that spot, I'm converting. I'm going to try Dove for men. I've always enjoyed Dove products. I think they're great. And like Sammy, 96 hours. It's fantastic. Sammy sold me on that yesterday. So Dove for men. He's a broadcaster. He's out there in the sun.
Oh, yeah.
He's working. If he feels it keeps him, clean and fresh, then who am I to think differently? I'm gonna get some.
Oh, those days, those afternoons in July, August.
Roasted.
Where he's wearing a button-down shirt,
always a button-down. He's running, running up to the spot.
Those days where you're standing there on the field for BP, and you're on the field for BP. It's great, but you're standing
roasting
in the sun because you're like, I can't really go into the dugout right now or whatever.
But I mean, you want to talk about panic, dude? A guy standing over you at CVS.
I don't think I could have done.
Listen, I like to spend a little time there. I like to sample a little bit. Me and my kids will love. Here, smell this one. Oh, let me smell it. Like, we'll do that for 10 minutes. You can't do that now. That's been taken from us.
Can we talk about the names that they give these scents as well? Like Old Spice, Bear Glove, Kraken Guard.
They've lost their minds at Old
Swagger.
Spice. Yeah. I got the Captain.
Bear Glove.
Yeah, Bear Glove.
Bear Glove. What? I mean, how are you supposed to decide?
I've got
there's worse too. There's like you said the Kraken.
Yeah, Kraken Guard.
Kraken Guard.
I use like Old Spice Fresh Pure
Start
or something.
Yeah, Fresh
Pure
Start.
Sport or something like that. It's do you use the white one or is it the blue gel?
No, the white one. I can't. The blue gel will sear my underarms.
See, that's like I've used the same blue gel deodorant for like 20 years.
Pardon
never
wavered. He says Speed Stick, all you ever need. If I put Speed Stick under my arms, you will see the hair start to sizzle. Smoke will come out. It sears my underarms. Okay.
You do know that you need. I mean, for me, I need to get deodorant, but antiperspirant is a non-starter. That's what makes my arms like burn. There's a difference.
I think that's the same with me.
Don't get antiperspirant. Just get the deodorant.
Yeah. Yeah.
You still need to sweat. You just don't want it to smell.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
And aerosol sprays do not count.
They don't work.
I guess if you had to use one, it could be in addition to, but those do not count as just deodorant.
No, I would use Sam's. Did you see what he did? He hit the underarm with that, and then he had the Dove spray for a little quick spritz. I think I'm going to go with the Sam Levitt stack.
And we just got confirmation from Sammy Levitt my armpit and no cleaning done. That was all natural.
He's naturally.
He just went right for it. No preparation whatsoever.
I mean, it's such a good bit, man. I watched it and I watched it again.
That shot. How
did he get that gig? Why aren't I?
Tripod.
How much lighting was involved in that shot? You're lighting your armpit.
Who's Sammy's agent that he's out there with these brand deals? That's what I want to know. What a treasure he is. Yeah, look at that. He's like, I know what I'm going to do. And I love it. He does the smell. He gives it the thumbs up. He's fantastic. Fantastic work, Samuel. And you've got a Dove convert now, and it's me. After I get through this full tube of Captain that smells like such a divorced dad. It's not even funny when you put it on.
I can't change if I wanted to because I buy the 6-pack at Costco. I'm only through like 3 of them, so I've got another year and a half or 2 or so before I need to buy deodorant again.
I get the 2-pack of the Fresh or whatever.
Charisma says it's called being an influencer. Okay, fine. How do I become an influencer?
By doing a lot of stuff that you don't want to do.
Well, I can't. I can't.
A lot of stuff that I've tried to get you to do for 5 years.
Also, I can't do it. I'm physically unable to do.
I'm on Sammy's Instagram right now. I know he's way more popular on TikTok even than Instagram, but he's got 400,000 followers.
Good God!
So I wanted to see on his reel that we just played. I was like, all right, I wonder what the comments look like. And of course, the very first one is from our buddy Darnay Tripp, who's so funny and handsome.
So handsome, so good at what his
dynamic journalist. He says, and with that, my body odor has come to an end. Good night.
That's my body odor.
But then there's like
an
account, Costco New Deals. They have almost 900,000 followers. They commented the clapping emojis. There's Dove Men Care. They commented on
Sammy
Max Protection.
Yeah, I got stuck with the concierge label where I have to just do stuff for everybody for free. Sammy just makes bank.
That's literally the definition of concierge. They do stuff for you for free.
For everybody. I really have chosen the wrong roads in this career of mine. I really have. I've chosen the wrong path many, many times. But Sammy, that's awesome. I can't wait to try Dove. I never have. I'll be honest with you. I kind of looked at it. I was like,
hi, this is Sam with a cell phone.
I was trying to call him
Dove. I was like, Dove is kind of soft. I'm not going to use it. But if Sammy uses it and it works 96 hours, I'm in. I'm going to make the
96
switch.
hours?
Can you imagine? You straight it out in the desert for 4
How many
days.
times do you like a day?
Twice.
Me too.
Yeah, I do it in the morning before I leave because I shower in the morning, and then when I get home, usually before I go pick up Bo, I'll give it another spritz.
I'm good, but then if I don't do it at least twice, I'll start.
Well, you're working 18-hour days.
I'll start to smell. So
do you?
It's definitely not 96. Yeah, I don't like my smell.
I don't either.
All right, well, if you have any questions for Sam Weber,
you like your smell?
Kidding. I've never smelled.
Oh, we've got him on the line.
Sammy,
hello, influencer.
Hi guys.
You are.
Hi. Good morning.
You are unbelievable, is what you are. All right, I need behind the scenes, like behind the music. How long did that whole thing take?
That was a long one. There were a lot of takes.
Yeah.
A lot of scenes, if you notice.
Yeah.
There was the scene at the table. There was multiple scenes in the bathroom, multiple scenes of picking things up. There was the scene where I'm getting dressed.
Yeah.
So had to do that. So yes, that took quite a bit of time.
How did you create the sweat under your arm? Was that fake sweat? Did you spray it on or
go for a jog?
You know, that was that was actually complicated because I had already shot. Now let me also preface this. That is obviously it's not fake sweat, right? I mean, everything you see is
real.
Authentic, yes,
but
of course.
Hypothetically, if it was shot for the video itself, well, I would hypothetically run into a little problem where that would have to be the last thing I film because I can't have the prior shots with my armpits all wet. So the key to that was it was a very rare situation where I really only had one shot or two to get it and get it right.
Yeah.
So hypothetically, I would have splashed my underarms with water and made sure I get the right shot, and thankfully I did.
See, now technically, if you are sweating badly in your shirt and then you put the deodorant on, your shirt remains sweaty. It doesn't all of a sudden get cleaned and
it
fresh.
Does. It
You're
does.
gonna have
but
to
he
do
won't smell.
You're gonna have to do laundry at that point, Sammy.
Callus.
Well, if you have your Dove Men Maximum Protection, these are things that you don't have to worry about.
Callie's all day says he does his own stunts like Tom Cruise.
Did you have to buy that little on-air light that made it look like you were doing some sort of broadcast?
No, I actually already had.
Okay.
I had
he keeps that above his bed, which is such a hard ass move. Oh, hey, how you doing? No, this is my
guest over. You
hang on one
light
on air. Do not disturb.
That's not a bad idea.
That's a brilliant idea.
Have that as a nightlight. But you could do it. You could do it unannounced, like you shut the lights off, and there it
pops up. Yeah, you turn the lights off, and that comes on. That is fantastic. Yeah, you're like Stanley Kubrick out there in the influencer world, Sammy. You're a legend.
Well, I'm trying.
I'm literally switching to Dove today. Today, I'm switching to Dove. I'm going to bury the captain behind me, and I will report back. And I'm excited to find out the results. I've been in the market. I've been in the market for a year.
I think Dove owes us money for this segment.
Probably
a lot, because they're not a station sponsor. So this is all just on the house.
Thank you, Dove.
Sammy, have a good drive to spring training. We're looking forward to your reports starting next week.
You 96 hours.
Thank
you
guys.
drive out there. You'll be fine.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I will be sure to carry my Dove Men Maximum Protection, and I will talk to you on Tuesday morning from Peoria. Yes.
Can't wait, buddy.
See Sammy.
Spring training, Sammy.
Legendary.
Wow.
Absolutely. Influencer extraordinaire. All right, we're going to take a time out. When we come back,
so fascinated by him. Fascinated.
When we come back, we'll play a little Take on Woods. We've already had a couple of qualifiers this week for the Guns N' Roses tickets coming to Snapdragon Stadium this summer. Movies, music, or television. Your choice coming up next. 833-288-0973 if you want to play our game next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, played at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Might need that deodorant when you're sitting at a Texas Hold'em table.
There it is.
You got a pressure decision to make. You knew I was going to segue that one, didn't you? And 7 Mile Casino is the place to play our cards in Sandy. Everything is connected.
It is just all connected.
I get a little nervous when I'm at the card table. I can feel that. I can feel that sweat coming out.
I was at the dentist's office the other night, was laying there going, I could use some Dove Max Protection right now. Certainly, I would have rather been anywhere. But no, 7 Mile Casino, great place. Been telling you about it for many, many years. Been a show for almost 8 years. They've been with us every step of the way. So do us a favor. If you want to help us out, people always ask, hey, how can we help you guys out? Go support our sponsors, man, and go out and have lunch and play some cards at 7 Mile Casino. It's not like we're twisting your arm to go out there and have a great time.
And with the weather as beautiful as it is right now, enjoy the patio. Great views of San Diego Bay, Coronado, the Silver Strand. I just love it out there. And it's your 24/7 option for food, for entertainment, for fun. Check it out. Right down the 5 freeway in Chula Vista, right on the west side of the freeway. So easy to get to. 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Got some more Padres talk coming up, including Fahrenthold in studio in our next hour from Mad Friars. Going to join Woodsy at 9:35. Having trouble over there? How could you twist your
now what's going on?
Headphones so much in one segment, in one break? Welcome back.
Got it.
Welcome back. You don't even need them right now. I'm about to send you off out of the studio to play a little Take on Woods. So off you go.
Thank you.
Take on Woods, brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms. For every business, we got you. And let's go to John. Are you there?
Yeah, I am. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing? I like
doing?
that. All right. If you can beat or tie Woods today, we'll put you in our week-long grand prize drawing for the tickets to Guns N' Roses at Snapdragon Stadium on September 2nd. I mean, got the Olympics, got Guns N' Roses, everything at Snapdragon Stadium. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.com. Again, the show's September 2nd. All right, here are your categories today, John. In movies, we've got martial arts, 5 movies with martial arts action. TV, we have ampersand shows, show titles that include the little and symbol, the ampersand in the title. And our music category is MLB teams, song titles or bands that include an official Major League Baseball team nickname. So, movies, martial arts, TV, ampersand shows, or music, MLB teams. John, what would you like to play?
That's some decision. You know what? Let's try the TV shows.
TV shows. All right. Ampersand shows with we got 5 different shows that all have that little squiggly and symbol in the middle of its title. We'll give you 5 questions to 60 seconds to answer as many of those as you can. If you don't know one, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. You'll go first. Woods will go second. Pretty much as easy as that. Johnny, ready to play?
Yeah.
All right, 60 seconds on the clock. Again, the category is ampersand shows. Your time begins when I start reading the first question. Good luck, John. Let's take on Woods. With more than 500 episodes, which long-running NBC police and legal drama has spawned a dozen spin-offs over the years?
Law and Order.
Correct. Gerald McRaney and Jameson Parker starred as brothers operating a detective agency in San Diego, in which 1980s CBS drama?
Simon and Simon.
Correct. A friendship between a gay lawyer and a straight female interior designer formed the basis of which NBC must-see TV sitcom that debuted in 1998?
Will and Grace.
Correct. Susan St. James and Jane Curtin were divorced moms living together and raising families under the same roof, in which Emmy-winning CBS sitcom from the 1980s?
Kate and Allie.
Correct. During that same time, CBS was also home to which successful police procedural about a pair of female detectives in New York, starring Sharon Gless and Tyne Daly?
Agnew and Lacey.
Wow. Well done,
Very well
John.
done.
That was impressive. 5 for 5 and yet another qualifier. Doesn't even matter what Woods does, but let's see how he does. TV's not his forte, so this could be an outright win for John. All right. I will tell you it is a TV category today. That's all you get, though. John's score is locked in. Let's put 60 seconds back on the clock. Woods, your time begins when I read the first question. Good luck. Let's take on John. With more than 500 episodes, which long-running NBC police and legal drama has spawned a dozen spin-offs over the years?
CSI.
Incorrect. Gerald McRaney and Jameson Parker starred as brothers operating a detective agency in San Diego, in which 1980s CBS drama?
Simon and Simon.
Correct. A friendship between a gay lawyer and a straight female interior designer formed the basis of which NBC must-see TV sitcom that debuted in 1998?
God, I remember this. Will and Grace.
Correct. Susan St. James and Jane Curtin were divorced moms living together and raising families under the same roof, in which Emmy-winning CBS sitcom from the 1980s?
Pass.
During the same time, CBS was also home to which successful police procedural about a pair of female detectives in New York, starring Sharon Gless and Tyne Daly? Category might have helped you here.
Yeah, big
definitely
time.
would have.
Oh, the Tyne Daly show. What was it? Criminal Taint.
2, which means you lose 5-2.
5?
John. So the category was called ampersand shows. They were shows with the and, blank, and blank.
I know what an ampersand.
Which means the NBC police and legal drama wasn't CSI.
It was Law and Order.
Law and Order.
Okay.
You got
It's a little
Simon and
symbol
Simon.
that replaces the word
It's-
and.
Got it.
Can you draw it on your own?
No.
I can do it. It's fun.
I just
You got
tried it.
Will and Grace.
Okay.
Susan St. James and Jane Curtin were Kate and Allie.
Kate and Allie.
And then you're going to kick yourself. Cagney and Lacey.
Cagney and Lacey, son of a. I wouldn't have won anyway, though, because
No.
I didn't know the Jane Curtin one.
But
He got 5?
He got 5, so
Yeah.
he was going to
Crushed
qualify
it.
no
Oh, it's
matter
my weak-
what.
My TV is my weak
TV
spot,
does
man.
seem to be a good place
Woo.
to attack Woods a little bit.
Man.
John, stay on the line.
Taint
Paulie.
and taint.
Taint and taint.
Had I known, I could have said taint and
That's true.
taint.
You didn't know the category.
We should institute a rule. If you pick TV, you have to give me the category. I'm getting my ass kicked on these.
People are starting to catch on.
They're starting to catch on. They're like, oh, if I want to win, I'll just do TV.
All right, we are going to take time out. When we come back, a little more news just dropping. We talked earlier about the Shiel Seidler lawsuit. But a little more news dropping this morning in the UT about potential Padres sale. We'll let you know what's being reported coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Ben and Woods on a Wednesday. Paulie, you're going to do a Reindl Report coming up at the top of the hour. Are you going to handle the NBA trades, or do I need to throw in something right now about the NBA?
Boy, I'll handle it.
You've got it?
Yeah, I got it.
I was actually going to ask Woods.
Rest easy.
Do you know anything that happened yesterday?
Well, I heard that John Morant may get moved. I heard that Giannis may get moved. I heard the Heat are interested in both, but they would have to give up Bam Adebayo, and they don't want to do that. So that's about as dialed in as I can get. Not bad. I forgot about basketball, Woods.
The big trade yesterday, though. Well, there's a couple of big trades.
Well, I saw one.
The biggest name was James Harden.
So I saw Harden, but then they were like, "Oh, and so is going back." And so I'm like, "Oh, I've never heard of any of these guys." Might as well have been baseball prospects. I had no idea. For real.
I think James Harden's a fascinating character.
God, he really is. You hate him, right?
I don't hate him.
No,
I'm not a fan.
But
I remember when he would get so mad at him for getting triple doubles.
Yeah.
He would you were livid. James Harden got another triple double.
Westbrook.
Oh, that was Westbrook. I thought it was Harden.
Here's Harden.
You hate
Here's
Russell
Harden
Westbrook.
That year where he averaged
a triple double. Ben was furious.
Like, it's not that impressive.
This is not really, that big a deal. It's very selfish. That was such a good.
Like, this has never been done before. He's going to be a unanimous MVP.
That was so
11-time All-Star, but 0 rings, only 1 trip to the finals in his career. And whatever team he goes to, it's never his fault. It's always it just doesn't work out. But then you see him playing well. He's been playing well. The Clippers have been playing well, and another team kind of gets the idea that James Harden might be that last piece we need. And now the Cavs are the latest to go down the James Harden, just hope it'll be a little bit different this time and that he'll be able to.
He'll finally get it together. There's so much
coexist.
promise.
Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, are they going to be the dynamic duo that they've always dreamed of? I mean, you just fool me once, shame on you. Fool me
7
twice, shame on me.
How many teams?
Is this going to be
like number 6 or
number
6?
7?
Yeah,
6?
Man.
And he's always good, but the teams rarely seem like they get better.
Kevin Durant kind of has the same rap,
but
I think it's more deserving of James Harden. Like, he's that guy where it's like, hey man, you're supposed to be the superstar. You're the big, you're the big attractive piece of our team. And yet it's always, I need a different coach.
I need a different player.
I need to get this guy actually over here. Okay, we'll trade for him then. Still doesn't work out. He's like, you know what? It's just not working out here. I think I'm going to go to New Jersey now, or Brooklyn.
Tough way to go through life, man, with zero accountability.
Katie has a ring, at least.
Katie has a ring. Yep. Yeah. He had to join the Dodgers to get it, but he did get it after all.
Because he was on that Thunder team with Harden and Westbrook that didn't win the finals.
That's true. He still gets worn out about that on a daily, dude. On the daily, he still gets worn out about that. It would drive me a little bit nuts. He had many opportunities to win, like you said, in Oklahoma City. But yeah, man, I did see that come down. I mean, you guys think Ja Morant's gonna get moved? Just kind of done with the headache of Ja. Obviously he's a great player.
I'm surprised it hadn't happened already, but because it hasn't, now I'm wondering whether it actually will. Same
When's
with
the deadline?
Tomorrow is the NBA trade deadline.
All right, well, we just covered it, so now
we did.
You just killed all my content.
Segue King, you mentioned Kevin Durant, and you mentioned the Warriors and the super team. Well, the Warriors play a big part in the new reporting on the San Diego Padres.
When's that?
This morning.
You got some news?
Yeah, I do got some news. I will get to that coming up after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Well, we still have plenty of stuff going on our roads, guys. We've got this crash on westbound 8 near Jackson Drive. 3 vehicles over to the right shoulder. Also northbound at 5, clearing an accident just past Mile of Carsway. It's over the right shoulder. Hit and run crash northbound 805 before the 54. That is over to the right shoulder. South 5 Coastline before Mission Avenue, there's a collision over the right shoulder. A couple vehicles involved. Reports of another accident up ahead past Delmar Heights Road. Not showing if any lanes are blocked. Heads up, San Diego. The next long weekend is coming up. Get road ready now. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Get you in and out fast. No appointment needed. Real pros check lights, fluids, and tires with any oil change. Locations and coupons at SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive-through oil change. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
So in the course of more reporting on Sheil Seidler dropping her lawsuit against the Seidler brothers, which we talked about earlier this morning, Kevin Acee posting a new piece with same details on the lawsuit being dropped. No comment from either side on the lawsuit or what it means. But Acee has this nugget that regards to the Padres sale. It says Joe Lacob, the principal owner of the NBA's Golden State Warriors, is the only publicly known suitor. Lacob met with Padres officials in San Diego last week. These are all confirming things that we have also heard. 2 league sources said the group he heads is the leading suitor. Others involved in the process characterized that as not accurate. So we're going to play a little both sides on this one, but there hasn't been anybody else publicly identified as a definite bidder for the San Diego Padres outside of Joe Lacob, the owner of the Golden State Warriors.
Listen, that name is a name we heard months ago.
It's kind of been the number one name throughout the whole process. He was the first name that popped up, and he never really went away.
Woods had his own sources that had that as a name very early in the process.
Let's see, Taylor's birthday was November.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard it that night, November. So it's February.
And to this day, he remains the only actual reportable name involved in the Padres ownership search.
Yes, the reportable one, correct. Which would be an interesting one, certainly. I know the Barry Bloom article came out and talking about Joe Lacob's ties to Oakland, and I can't wrap my head around looking around here and going, yeah, I know it's you guys are selling out like 71, 72 games a year. Let's go to Oakland. Let's move the team up there.
Now, if Joe Lacob does buy the team, I don't know that much about him, but I do know that the Golden State Warriors historically have been one of the very highest payers of the NBA's luxury tax.
Yeah, he likes
over
to win.
$170 million in recent years. So he's not scared of paying a luxury tax to try to put a winning product on the court /field.
And so,
that could be good news.
That could be really good news, number one. But number two, do you want to do it for two teams now? Like he's going to be in the next couple of years. The Warriors are going to need a rebrand, right?
Yes.
The guys getting older. They're going to be done.
Steph's going to be done.
Yep. And so you're going to need new superstars. You're going to need to rebrand, maybe a little tear down, rebuild. Fine, right? That works. You own two teams now. I love the desire to win. I love the desire to be first. I know, again, he had interest in the Angels and Artie Moreno.
I think he grew up in Anaheim, was actually like an Angels fan, but you don't always get to buy your childhood team.
So I think, he wanted to get the Angels. Artie, again, backed out of selling the team. He changed his mind and kept the team, much to the chagrin of Angels fans. And now if the Padres are on the market, he looks at it and says, yeah, this is a winner as well. So I'd be happy to have him.
And I would hope Padres fans don't hold that against. Remember, Peter Seidler was a gigantic Dodgers fan growing up as part of the Dodgers royalty and became, Peter Seidler. Once you buy a team, your loyalties are pretty locked into your team. And
one would hope
who you cheered for growing up.
One would hope.
Now, that doesn't mean that he's going to get it. There could definitely be other names that stay under the radar. My guess is that people of that wealth discretion is something that many of them are good at, and we may never hear the name of the new Padres owner until it is announced. But the one name that is continuing to be reported is Joe Lacob, the owner of the Golden State Warriors.
All right. We'll look forward to that, Greg.
Maybe sooner than later. As we mentioned earlier,
but also
the dropping of the lawsuit by Shiel Seidler would be a clear indication that the wheels are moving
Big green
on
flag.
potentially on a sale.
But also, just to cover our bases, maybe not.
Right.
Maybe.
I like how you think.
Like how I think?
Just like Kevin Acee.
Give you a rider.
He's
maybe.
definitely the leading candidate, except for the people who says that is definitely not true.
But maybe not. You're off to Disneyland soon, huh?
I am.
What's the traffic look like? Have you scoped it yet?
I have not. It is what it is.
We'll scope it for you.
Thank you.
You spin the topic wheel and make
go ahead. Spin the topic wheel
for the last 5 minutes.
Can you do a promo while you're here?
No.
Please.
No, I cannot.
Should be a good one. What's the best prank you've ever seen or pulled?
He's never done a prank.
I've never done a prank, but I've seen some before, certainly.
You never done a prank?
I've never really pulled a prank on anyone, no.
My friends in college took some talcum powder and they put it on this dude's fan blades.
Oh, no.
And they, all over, they got a ladder, got up, talcum powder all over the fan blades. When homie got back from class, he flipped on the switch and talcum powder everywhere. They also did a bit in the dorms when I was at Texas Tech, Benny, where they took a garbage can, like one of those plastic garbage cans, and they filled it with water and pee and all kinds of stuff,
That's gross.
Yeah. They leaned it up against this dude's door to where, it would balance out perfectly. Like they leaned it.
Yeah.
Just the water would
propped up against the closed door.
Knocked on the door. Walked away. Guy opens the door and it's covered in urine, water, and beer and all
See,
kinds
there's
of
an
stuff.
aftermath to that prank.
Yeah,
though,
it floods
like
the guy's
vandalism.
entire room.
But
Yeah.
like other
And it's,
people, but other people get, affected by that. I like a good, fun prank.
I had a roommate. I've never talked about my roommate. My first roommate.
I've never heard about your roommate.
I had a roommate at my very first scene in college. His name was Matthew. He drove an old Camaro. No, an IROC. And it was old, it was beat up. And he would stole money from me, and he would used.
Was that the prank?
No.
Okay.
But he stole stuff, and he was really weird and kind of a jerk. So my buddies and I took his IROC and we drove it out and left it in the middle of a cornfield. That's a true story. Just left it.
Oh my!
And how did he find it?
I don't know.
Did he ever find it? It's still sitting there.
But at that time,
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto.
Your
Oh
prank.
my God!
Yeah, it was hardcore. I didn't have a lot of.
See, I like more lighthearted ones. And I know it was for an ad, but remember when LeBron filled Bronny's car with cereal?
Yeah, that's funny.
That's
it's
funny.
Not.
I mean, I'm sure someone was professionally there to clean it up at some point.
I did one when I was in college. There were 6 of us in this big house. It was hell, like a frat house. 3 of us got along really well. The other 3, not so much.
Right.
A couple of those 3 that we didn't like too well, they were out of town for the weekend. They both went home or whatever for the weekend. So we thought it would be funny to break into their rooms, break the lock or climb in through a window, and totally we took pictures of their rooms. We switched rooms between the 2 of them. We moved everything out of one room, moved everything from this guy's room into the blank room, put the posters on the wall, everything exactly as it was, but in a different room. We just thought it'd be funny. I don't know why we did, but we thought it'd be funny.
It's a nightmare.
These guys came back. One of them in particular flipped out.
Livid.
So bad. They threatened to sue us for breaking and entering.
I'm going to call my dad and sue.
It was one of those. My dad's an attorney, and if you don't have my room put back together in the next 24 hours, you'll be hearing from my father.
Unreal.
I go, dude, you got to lighten up. It's just a prank. And he flipped out, and I never put it back together. I just said, you're either going to put it back yourself or you're going to sue me.
I'll deal with your dad
right.
when he calls me.
Oh,
what about you?
Joey Votto pranked us once.
He did. That wasn't that great. Okay. Yeah, Coleman was mine a prank or a crime. I think it was a crime.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a crime. Yeah.
Now you could see the cornfield from our dorm.
Okay.
So we just took it and just left it.
See a cornfield.
Yeah, it was
view
not
of a cornfield.
Lubbock, Texas.
TP'd houses and egged houses. Yeah. I don't know if that's a prank or vandalism or both.
It's vandalism.
Again, the best prank would be something where it totally catches the person off guard and is funny and maybe even kind of embarrassing, but then the person at the end goes enjoys it as well. They liked it. There you go. Respect. That was an awesome
that's
prank
a good prank.
You guys pulled. You hate it when it's like one with Paulie and the people
guys, I'm
overreact.
I loved it. I thought it was the best prank. I thought this is the best reaction I could have possibly got.
Yeah, Dub says malice determines the difference. It's exactly right. Yeah, if there's malice behind it. But yeah, another great point here. I wouldn't prank anyone this day and age. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Mind your business.
I'll guess on Ben Woods appear on the David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. I will see you guys tomorrow.
All right, buddy. Have fun.
Paulie's got the Reindl Report. Clark Fahrenthold will be in studio in our next hour. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Big Ben on his way to Disneyland with his family. Going to go out there and roast his ass off. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Thanks so much for being here. It's just me and Paulie holding it down for the next hour. And let's get this thing going here because it's right on time. I like to be on time, as you know.
Let's do it.
Congratulations to today's biggest fan, Ron Estopar. That's a guess. From San Diego. Give us a call within the next 10 minutes at 833-288-0973. You'll qualify for our grand prize, 20 tickets for you and your friends for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game with all the fan staff later this season, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Remember to register your name, 97.3thefan, sd.com/biggest fan, Ron Estopar or Estopare. Estopare. You're on the clock, buddy. 833. Oh, there he is. 833-288-0973. Paulie's going to have a Reindl report for us. We got Clark Fahrenthold coming in at 9:35, scrolling through his top 30 prospects, his rankings for Mad Friars. And yeah, man, like when he lists out, Paulie, when he lists out traded from last year's top 20 or 30 list, you're going to die when you see how many names were moved last year.
From last year that are no longer in the system.
Yeah, and then you got guys that have fallen off the list as well. So can't wait to get into that with Clark. Always love talking to our pals over at Mad Friars. But Paulie, why don't you take us away with a little relaxing Reindl report?
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
Been so happy to miss the Reindl report.
Just so happy.
Yeah. Could have left at 9:30, 9:15.
No.
He just was like, I got to get out of here before the Reindl report. Hates it.
Yeah.
Never pays attention.
Oh,
ever.
well. We'll
have fun without him.
on.
Yeah.
So we were talking a little bit of basketball earlier. I was going to quiz you and see what you knew about the NBA trade deadline. Again, that is tomorrow. James Harden, the big one. Could Giannis be moved from the Bucks? We'll see. That's pretty much accepted that it's going to happen. We'll just have to wait and see if a team can put together a package. You mentioned Ja Morant.
Yeah.
And it made me remember this clip. We'd already moved on, so I didn't want to play it earlier. But anytime we say Ja Morant on the show, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Demetrius Jamel Morant.
Yeah, Ja's a nickname.
Ja's a short.
What's a nickname?
I love that Ben leaves, and within 30 seconds, we're just kicking him right in the nuts.
The growl is
Ja's a short.
What's a nickname? When he knows he got, and there's nothing he can do. Name. Be interesting if he's moved. Be interesting if Giannis is moved, or when Giannis is moved. Where is he going to go? What's the rumor mill? I saw Miami's interested.
I saw Golden State was one of the teams that was interested. And they're talking about possibly moving Draymond Green in the next 24 hours, which would really be the first sign of a changing of the guard.
Changing of the guard for sure, but you don't add Giannis to your team and be like, now we're going to trade pieces as well, do you? I mean,
you move your older pieces. I think you keep Steph, and those 2 are your cornerstones, and then you build around them.
How many more years does Steph have?
God, he's been playing a long time.
He has been playing a long time.
He's still got a few, I think, solid years.
Okay.
And then we'll see how long he sticks around. When did Steph Curry come into the league? Had to have been like 2011.
He's been doing it.
He was drafted in 2009.
Oh, man, he's been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
Man,
2010.
Like 14 years in the league or something, 15 years in the league.
Yeah.
What's he got? A couple of years left?
Warriors. Yeah. Yeah, probably a couple.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a pretty healthy guy.
Yeah, very.
And he doesn't miss a lot of time.
Takes good care of himself. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to have that extra fatigue of all those playoff games by like LeBron or whatever. But yeah, he'll be around for a couple of years. Only note in basketball that we haven't gotten to, I don't know if you care or not, but LeBron James's son, Bryce, we know all about Bronny, USC, now with the Lakers, but Bryce James, his other son, has committed. He's going to be a redshirt freshman at Arizona.
Okay.
Number 1 team, one of the top teams in the country. And Bryce, it's been fun to kind of see on Instagram, like when LeBron posts any content of his kids. Like Bryce is really growing up into a pretty good basketball player. He's a big boy.
Is it like the Manning family where they're like, oh, these guys were good, but wait till you see Arch Manning. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, not quite
Arch
that high.
He hasn't lived up yet. That's tough shoes to fill being LeBron, but
yeah, exactly.
Is he better than Bronny?
I don't know.
So we'll see.
Still a few years younger, and a lot can change in those couple of years of developing.
So he's going to Arizona.
He's going to go to Arizona.
Good for him.
And be a redshirt freshman for his first year.
And LeBron going to try to get one more year of eligibility in college to actually go play with him as well after he retires from the NBA. So
some people thought LeBron might be traded by tomorrow's trade deadline. He said yesterday or recently that he is planning to play out the rest of this year with the Lakers. Whether or not they make any moves, we'll just wait and see.
Trade deadline in the NBA is amazing. I mean, it really is. I'm not a big NBA guy. You guys know that.
No, but you appreciate the drama and the
fervor.
Stories.
I appreciate the fervor of the way that they get things done.
The way they do it in July when free agency begins on July 1st or whatever, and Magic Johnson's waiting outside of somebody's house at 12:01.
There's none of this baseball stuff.
They do it right in that regard. And then you're right. The trade deadline is crazy,
man, dude.
Baseball can have some good ones. It can have some duds. Football, you never really see a ton of big names moved.
I tweeted this yesterday. You're not on Twitter anymore, but I tweeted that the baseball card hobby has got its hooks in me and my son Bo, and now my youngest, who loves basketball.
Ooh.
Now he wants all basketball cards. Bo wants baseball and football. Taylor wants basketball. I'm dead. Like we went to the card store yesterday just to get some top loaders.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the basketball packs that Taylor wants. I'm like, bro, I'm not spending $100 on a pack so you can get a guy that you don't know you wipe your ass with later because you don't know how to take care of it yet. Mm-hmm. But that's what he wants. I go, what cards do you want? What guys? He goes, I want Michael Jordan. I want Larry Bird. I want LeBron James. I was like, shoot for the stars,
minted rookie cards.
Yeah, minted. I'm like, I am a dead man, dude. And Paulie, I got to tell you,
you could probably find you could find some older cards, an older set. I think the fun is opening the packs, right?
Oh, yes, of course. Everyone's like, oh, buy singles. It's not. There's nothing fun about that.
Right.
It's opening the packs.
That's something I would do.
I'm hooked. When I'm in bed at night, you know what I'm thinking about? Finding a way to steal Bowman truck, chromes, full of chromes, and bathe myself in them.
Those $200, $300 boxes.
Yes.
Just have a whole truck full of them.
The packs are like $300. And I'm like, I mean, what do I got to do? Do I got to sell a kidney? I am hooked.
I know.
I'm hooked.
I'm the same.
I'm dead, dude.
We haven't really talked about it on the show.
No, we will. We can get into it tomorrow.
We'll get into it, but like you and I have really kind of gotten into it.
I'm done. Bo and I are like stone junkies.
Yeah.
Like stone junkies.
It's taken over my house as well. We'll get into that. This is a sports adjacent clip here. Super Bowl week.
Super Bowl week.
Marshawn Lynch with his former beloved Seahawks in the Super Bowl. I even said like a week and a half ago when they were playing the NFC Championship game. My interest for rooting was just for Seattle because I want the uptick in Marshawn Lynch content. Somebody that hasn't been there in 10 years.
Why not just the fact that you grew up in Seattle and worked?
I just don't care. It doesn't mean like I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, of course.
And I have friends that I hope, but like I'm not going to buy a sweatshirt and celebrate and all that.
You'd have every right.
Yeah,
you'd have every right.
I kind of just swore off. Like I don't really follow an NFL team in general.
That's fair. I don't either.
I moved down here and became a Chargers fan, and then they got the
left.
finger, and I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe I just shouldn't follow. But yeah, now the Seahawks are going to their third Super Bowl since I moved. So really super cool there.
Leave here, and the Padres go on a generational run.
I should just move.
I know. Yeah, you move.
That's all you need. All right. But Super Bowl week, everybody is joining everybody's podcast. Everybody is sitting down. This is the most unlikely pairing, I think.
It's an interesting pairing, yeah.
That's Bill Maher sitting down. I don't know if this was his show, and he was joined by Marshawn.
Yes.
So Marshawn Lynch was a guest, and they were talking about a mutual friend of theirs, goes by the name of Killer Mike.
Yeah, Killer Mike.
And we had to clean up this audio just a little bit.
Killer Mike from Run the Jewels.
Everyone's going to enjoy this one.
In fact, Killer Mike was talking about this on my last show of the season. How the French.
You said Killer Mike?
Killer Mike, you know.
Oh, yeah, that is official. I big dog. You mad at him?
I love him.
That's
He's
my
a
dog.
great. Are you kidding?
Hell yeah.
He took me to the Blue Flame.
See what I'm talking? Damn, maybe I need to tap in with him.
You definitely do.
Was it hella ass cheeks in that?
It was so ridiculous. It was like a cartoon.
Ridiculous.
To me,
oh, in a good way.
Not in a good way.
It was hella ass. That much ass.
It was just. You know what? People have different ideas of beauty, and we are all allowed to like. When you order in a restaurant, I like it rare, and you like it well done. Whatever.
I'm right.
Okay. So, like, I've never been. What? We're shaking on that. Okay, great. So I've been to strip clubs. I just was never to one like that, where it was so exaggerated. The bulbousness of the buttocks, sometimes matched by a voluptuousness of the chestal region. Yes,
big
that,
ass,
I think.
daddy.
Yeah,
Sound like you was in over your head. I wasn't ready for all that ass.
I was completely ready for it. It was literally over my head.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the comment. Everyone was saying Bill Maher did not know what he was getting into.
No, he didn't. And I just looked up it's the Blue Flame Lounge. It's in Atlanta. It's the ultimate late night experience. Now to see it from like the street, bro, looks like a dump. Like a straight up dump.
And then you walk in.
But inside, I mean, that's like it's terrible. It's a terrible looking
gentleman's club.
But then, I mean, it's like it could be like a catfish restaurant in the South. Really. I mean, that's what it looks like. And then you walk in and it is like legendary. And yeah, it's big booties and the whole bit. Bill Maher got taken in there and was not ready for it.
Bill Maher, the way his cadence and everything, that sounded like if Major Garrett was talking to Marshawn Lynch about a strip club experience in Atlanta with Killer Mike.
Number one, I can't believe you edited it. It probably took you an hour.
It took me a while yesterday.
Go watch the unedited clip.
You pulled it up yesterday morning before the show.
Yeah.
You're like, can we play this? I'm like, bro.
It'd take you an hour.
Are you kidding me? Like, I need more time than that, but we did want to play it.
Oh, yeah, hella ass. I love him. I need way more. My kids love him. We watch Marshawn content all the time.
He's the best.
He did BP with the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's one of the funniest things you've ever seen in your entire life. I mean, it is so effing funny. Him and Randy Johnson.
Go on Amazon Prime. He does
he's like a
segment or whatever every week during the season on Thursday Night Football for Prime. He goes to wherever they're in that city.
He's the best.
If they're in Houston, he'll go to NASA. Like one week they were in Ireland or something, and it's just
he's unbelievable.
Following Marshawn Lynch around.
He's unbelievable.
I can't get enough content.
I can't either. It's how I feel about Ben. If you sent Ben to do all those things, it would still be funny. Take Ben to the Blue Flame Club.
Oh, yeah.
It would be unbelievable. So, all right, good one.
All right, and then finally, we will wrap it up here. This is one of those things, I see it more and more these days. Something that I haven't used or thought about in years, but it was like a piece of our childhood, and it's going away. And that, for whatever reason, makes me a little bit sad. Do you ever have the Minute Maid frozen juice?
Of course, dude.
Who
are you talking to?
The canned frozen juice. You throw it in the pitcher, mix it up, and you had orange juice or lemonade or whatever you were making.
From concentrate.
Yeah, the from concentrate, the big frozen. You just plop it right into the pitcher.
I used to peel it, pull the metal off, and eat it directly from the can.
I've done that a couple of times.
Orange juice,
like the lemonade one.
Lemonade.
Like I did it all. Lemonade.
I did it all.
Well, Minute Maid has announced they are discontinuing their frozen canned juices.
It's not
80 years they've been doing.
It's not good. I mean, it never was good.
I haven't had it in God knows how long.
You guys all remember, you go to the freezer, you pull it out, you unwrap the white thing at the top, pull the thing.
I loved opening them.
Dumping it. Me too. Dumping it in the deal, filling it with water, and then you got your famous wooden spoon out. And you chop,
like
stir,
right
stir,
up to the
stir.
where your hand basically was touching the water almost.
Chop, stir, stir. Put the cap on, put it back in the fridge.
I always felt like I was helping around the house.
Those things were, now that I think about it, it really did taste like ass. It really did. It was not good juice. Thinking about what you have now, you can buy the Tropicana.
It's already
fresh
mixed.
Squeeze. It's perfect.
Just shake it up a little bit.
Those things were trash. I remember the apple juice one always tasted like trash. The lemonade was pretty good. The orange juice was not great, but they're done. It's time. When's the last time you bought one?
I mean, it's been 25,
40 years, man.
Yeah, who knows?
Haven't needed to.
So they were originally meant for soldiers in World War II until the war ended. And so the frozen concentrated stores, they still had a bunch left over. They're like, let's just see if these will work in stores.
Yeah.
And so 80 years ago, 1946, those have been around and going. And Coca-Cola owns Minute Maid, and they've just decided they're saying shifting consumer preferences led to the decision.
Probably costs more to make those than they make.
Probably
to package them.
It was just a random headline in the old prep service today, and I go, oh yeah, I remember those. I liked those.
Boy,
I don't know if I actually liked them or not, but I felt like I liked them.
You were poor when you were eating Minute Maid that was your treat. It's like, just get some frozen orange juice. All right, I will. Like, just eating it out with a spoon. It was all metallic-y and tart. It's just sad that it's gone, but I won't miss it.
Trying to think of other things. There's so many, probably a lot of food related stuff. We're like, God, that was so fun in like the 90s. And like, I haven't thought about it in 30 years, but now it's gone.
Tyler said it's trying to fight off scurvy with that thing. That's exactly right. It's so like, ooh, because the water dilutes it. It's real concentrated. But I'm actually glad they're gone. I haven't used them. I don't think people really use them. We as consumers can do better. You can get a better product than that.
Even just a little packet of powder.
100%.
Just pour that in and mix it up.
Absolutely.
Better,
Thank you, Paulie. Appreciate you. We got a little short segment. Clark Fahrenthold from Mad Friars is going to be coming in at 9:35. We'll talk some Padres prospects with you, and looking forward to getting into that. Listen, is it as dire as everyone around the country is making it? I don't know. That's why we have experts like Clark and Mad Friars to let us know.
I want to know how many names will I even know.
That's true.
On the top 30.
That's true.
That's always my starting point.
Always your starting point. Be right back. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
All right, welcome back. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Benny is on his way to Disneyland right now. Paulie and I were just talking about the hobby business. We have got the itch. I don't know what happened. Got back into baseball cards. My dad had sent us a bunch, Bo and I. And my son, who's going to be 8 on Friday, has gotten way into it. And the difference is, though, like, it's interesting. He's not a, oh, I'm going to go get my favorite players and, like, stick them in a binder. He's like, I need cards that are going to be worth a fortune one day. And he's like this like big game elephant hunter, right? Like
little investor.
He has a little binder of Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis Jr., but he's like, Dad, I need the up and coming prospects. I want the Shohei refractor card. Like, I'm like, oh, all right. Which by the way, that's how I want to do it too. I don't want to weed through 7 billion cards but I like the idea of opening packs and finding like, oh my God, this Paul Skeens, whatever.
Right.
Like, I like that. Our buddy BKG said, brother, just go to Target or Wally's, buy hanger packs and blaster boxes.
Yeah.
And which is good.
$30, 7 packs.
Yeah, that's really what it is. I was talking to the guy at the card store yesterday. And I was trying to, they're not like they're helpful, but they're also he goes, oh, we have a buyback program this last year. So you give us any Judge or Ohtani cards that you get, these special refractors, and we'll give you $40 in store credit. So we're walking out, and Bo, he's 8. He goes, why am I going to give them my Ohtani and Judge refractors? Why wouldn't I just sit on those for like years? I go, it's a great question.
Because you could take that $40 in store credit and buy another box, and it could have something even better.
But again,
or you're screwed.
$40 ain't buying you a box.
No.
Keep the good cards. No. So we have like, bro, we spend hours.
I've gotten into it over the last couple of months. For me, it was watching over like the winter break. I watched that golden Netflix show.
It's incredible.
And when they're ripping, they're opening up these boxes where the box itself, the box of cards costs like $30,000 because like something big is
there's a Wemby
very good likely odds of being in there. Yeah. And I'm watching it and it just gave me the itch to open up some packs of cards. Brother, I had less than zero idea of where to even begin. There are so many different lines of baseball cards, football cards, basketball cards, so many different.
Dude, there's Premier League, there's hockey, there's women's basketball, there's you name
license versus unlicensed. Yep. Why is this box $200, but this box is only $60? Figuring all that out. And I was like, I just want to open some packs of cards and like go through them. Be like, oh, there's an autograph. Who is it? And it's some guy you've never heard of. He's out of baseball already. So or whatever.
I told the guy yesterday, I said, all right, so 26. One of the tops.
I think like in a couple
weeks. But he said, look, it's the first series. And I go, good. He goes, it's a paper product. And I go, okay. Meaning, yeah, like for your little guy here, you can go get a box and rip some cards and pull some, decent cards. But where you make the money, the big game is the refractors and the chromes and things like that. And by the way, I got him some chrome packs for his birthday. We opened them yesterday, got a couple of good ones. And you're looking at him going, this thing graded at a 10 is worth $750. This guy is not throwing a pitch in the big leagues yet. Like, all right, that's the pond I feel like we should be fishing in, but it's a bit more of an expensive pond.
Yeah.
He's just not, he's like, Dad, I love, I love Xander Bogaerts, but I'm not going to go crazy when I get a Xander Bogaerts card. Literally, he opens like his favorite players. He's like, all right, great. Like he was looking for the rookies,
I feel like that's tarnishing the experience a little bit for him.
That's what he wants to do.
That's what he wants.
And I think what happened was, how he got into it is my dad sent this big bunch of boxes full of stuff.
Yeah.
And we go through it on the website. It's like, oh my God, graded at a 10. This old Bo Jackson's worth $700.
Sure.
And we have 7 of them. So that's kind of where we started with these big guns. So when he pulls his favorite, he wears number 2. Like when he pulls Xander Bogaerts, he's like, all right, great. He knows it's worth a nickel. So he's like, I'm not going to waste my time. It's just very weird. Yeah. He's becoming a little bit of a degenerate. I kind of like it. I kind of like that. Because there's not a lot of cards cluttering our home. It's like gems only.
Yeah, everything that I've looked into, they're like anybody will tell you, if you're buying boxes and packs to open strictly with the hope and anticipation and even expectation of opening a card that's going to make it worth, at least get your money back on the box.
Yeah.
That ain't going to happen very often.
No, it's not.
Like almost never. Like occasionally you'll get one card that, oh, cool. This card's worth $500.
Yep.
Just paid for everything. But more than likely you're just paying for the experience of opening the card.
It's the chromes. It's the refractors. It's the ones. Those are the ones he loves.
I've started to build up like my little sports collection. And as far as like the cards go, I've kind of like found lanes of like mini sets.
Yeah.
Like whether it's 5 Padres all in the same color refractor or whatever, numbered, and then just get the guys that I want and then just go out and buy the one at a time, $5 here, $2 here, $12 on this one, whatever. Put them all together. I got my Griffey cards. I've got a Tony section. I've got a Manny row, a Tatis row, and go from there.
Yeah, it's been so much fun though, man. We spend hours and hours together
every night.
Doing this together.
I'll be in bed
night
with my iPad. I'm just on eBay, looking, seeing what's out there.
Yeah, trust me. I was like, oh, do I need a Paul Skeens refractor? I think I do. I think me, 50-year-old man.
Slobdog in the chat says it's gambling. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a form of gambling.
I definitely feel like, you know what it is? It's like, it's drug addiction, dude. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're like, I gotta go get more.
I literally
it's
bought
bad.
When I wanted some cards. I was like, I just have to open a pack of cards.
Yes.
It's been 20 years. I'm ready. I wanted this. Bought a 2023 box. That was a decent price.
This guy's asking, do you buy into breaks? No, I've never done that. I don't really have any interest in that.
That is where you can spend let's
$200.
Say the box costs $600. One guy's going to pay for it. Auction off 30 teams, and you pay maybe $100 for the Padres, and any Padres player that gets pulled, you get those.
Right. Whether it's a rookie, a signature, whatever. Yeah. We got a Ty Harvey Padres prospect signed yesterday, Bo. And I looked, it was like $75. So he feels like, hey, that's pretty solid. So he keeps his little gems in his little box of gems to save. And he's really good, man. He's like, Dad, I'll just sit on these forever. I'm like, yeah, the market's going to run out at some point like it did to our generation.
Oh, yeah.
So we just got to know when it is. You need to pull the trigger and get rid of them.
Personally, I love old cards.
Oh, yeah, I do too.
I'm a sucker for shiny, bright colors, like the shiny foil refractors. I'm like, yeah, give me all of them. They look
great.
Cool under the light. But the old cards, just in the last couple of days, I bought an old, I needed a Randy Jones card for the collection. So I bought a 1970-something RJ card. And then I got a 1957, 54, something like that. Jerry Coleman Yankee card. It looks legit.
So sick.
It's going to look so good on the collection. But yeah, I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos on these massive lifetime collections that these guys have. And it's a whole wing of their house. It looks like a museum with the framed photos or the autographed bats, the baseballs, and then of course all of the cards. Started watching so many of them. My wife gave me she kind of gave me the go ahead. It's like every guy's dream. She said, hey, our spare bedroom, the office, turn it into the man cave, the sports cave, whatever you want to do. She's like, I support it. I think it's cool. It looks good. So now I'm in the collection process of all of that.
Oh, this is insane. I just got a text from a buddy. Sends me a Jalen Johnson flawless patch card. Okay, basketball.
Okay.
Got it for $3,500 2 years ago. Just got offered $40,000. That's the stuff Bo wants. He wants that. He wants to get those. Just sold $700 card to a middle schooler. He Venmo'd us before school. His dad is picking it up at his place of business today. That's what he wants to do. That's the pond he wants to fish in. And I'm like, oh my God. And Taylor too. Taylor's like, I just want Michael Jordan cards. Oh, okay. The worst thing that's ever happened to us. And if you guys are bored with this, I'm sorry. A lot of people collect out there. When we were kids, we get the fancy card, you put them in the screw tops. And we all put them in screw tops because we thought these things were going to survive a tornado, a fire. It doesn't matter. We put them in the screw tops. Apparently, we have wrecked all of our Michael Jordan cards, all of our David Robinson cards, all of our cards from our youth by putting them in the screw tops. Like your Ken Griffey card my dad gave you. It was ruined because it was put in a screw top.
I looked at it again recently. It looks flawless.
It looks flawless. But you looked at it and you went, no, I'm going to take extra care of this. I'm going to spend $40 on the screw top.
Yep.
And now guys are like, oh,
it's
sorry.
Like a whole generation of brilliant cards. Brilliant cards. Have been trashed.
They're like, sorry, it was in a screw top. You're like, what in the world? So it's killing me. It killed me. But listen, some of these guys on this list, Paulie, they could end up being prospects that are worth some money one day. Clark Fahrenthold from Mad Friars is here. We're going to talk to him next. Finish up a little Padres talk here on Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
But first,
let me tell you, 7 Mile Casino, also gambling. Yes, it's also gambling. You go sit down, play some California-style blackjack. It's such a fun time. Texas Hold'em takes a little bit more time. Obviously, you need some time to sit at the table. Nobody likes the guy that sits down, goes all in and walks away. You got to sit and play for a while. They got baccarat, they got pai gow as well, but they got everything that you need there, man. They got really good food. It's a smoke-free environment. They don't have slot machines there, so if slot machines are what you craved, you're not going to the right place. It's a place for card players only. I personally don't like the sound of slot machines, and I find that I spend a lot more money on slot machines and I never win. So go to 7 Mile Casino if you are a card player. It's a card player's paradise. They will cater to your high-limit needs as well. They got a great brunch on the weekends. They got killer food there as well. I love the Kung Pao chicken, as Ben has been talking about for years, but the Asian pork chop with slaw is amazing. The spicy hot and pepper wings, salt and pepper wings are unbelievable. It's just such a great place to go. And the best part, it's just 7 minutes from downtown San Diego. So check it out today. 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes downtown. He did little. Here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt. Right? All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player. This is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort. Now open.
Talking some Padres prospects with our pal Clark Fahrenthold from Mad Friars in just a minute. Let's get a quick check of traffic. We'll be right back and dive in.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by San Diego Law Firm, fighting for your sexual harassment rights at SDLF.com. Got a few things wrapping up our morning drive here. Crash involving a couple vehicles southbound 5 just past Genesee. It's over to the right shoulder. Also, northbound side of the 805 before Mesa College. Collision involving a couple cars there over the right shoulder. We still have this vehicle partially blocking the Balboa Avenue off-ramp of northbound 163. It starts small. The comments, the texts, the pressure at work. When it crosses the line, you need a personal advocate. San Diego Law Firm will help you fight against sexual harassment. Contact them at SDLF.com. That's SDLF.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, it's Ben & Woods broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how, joined right now by our pal from Mad Friars, Clark Fahrenthold. How are you, buddy?
Doing well. Glad to be back in studio with you guys. Looking forward to chopping up a little bit here for the Padres farm system.
Well, listen, I mean, basically all you really had to do was just say, we're screwed. We don't have. If you went by the national perspective, you could have just put out a 0. My top 30 list is 0. I have nobody on this list. If you were to listen to, the Keith Laws of the world, people that have done this, even Kylie McDaniel, that's the one that hurt. Kylie's so good at this, and he's got us ranked really low. I do think it's important to mention these rankings are a point in time.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys, with their performances this season, could push this Padres system to a top 20 team, top 20 instead of the last one out of 30.
100%. I think when you look at the system as it is right now, I do tend to agree that it's lower, certainly amongst all 30 teams. I think you would slot it in right now somewhere in that bottom 5. It's thinner than it has been in a long time, I would say. At the same time, though, there's still profiles of guys in there that are projectable. There's still guys that are very high upside. It's just a lot of question marks and unknown commodities and guys that, are very talented, like, a Cale Fountain, that need to kind of have those big years to kind of, reestablish their, sitting inside the system itself.
Cruz Schoolcraft is a name that we heard. Paulie and I were out at fantasy camp. Logan White, who was AJ's right-hand man, was extolling the virtues of Cruz Schoolcraft. We saw him in the lunchroom. He was talking about he's put on a little weight, a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, probably throwing a little bit harder. He's already 6'8" right now, so he's got upside for days. And Logan was talking about him and was like, "Hey, man, like." That's the guy, he's retiring. He's like, this is the guy I'm most excited about. You've got him as your number 2.
Yeah, so he's my my top arm in the system going into this season. San Diego's MO, it seems like in the draft every year, if you were to sort of pinpoint it, is, hey, they want to take a left-handed prep arm in the first round, it's a pretty solid bet going off track record.
Yep.
Crew Schoolcraft fit into that really nicely. Kind of leading up to the draft, there was, hey, where are the scouts really at a lot? Pacific Northwest is a very popular area for the Padres scouting department to be. So that sort of gave you the clue on, okay, Schoolcraft, a guy like Xavier Nines. It obviously ends up being Schoolcraft, big projectable frame. I mean, 6'8", wiry. We're talking about a guy too. Extension's really good. He's getting about 7 feet, what it looks like right now. The stuff is really pretty, solid too. Fastball sitting right now, 95, 96, got up to about 99. It's what you would maybe call a little bit more of a dead zone shape. It doesn't have a ton of ride on it.
Yep.
However, if you have that much velocity, shape matters a little bit less, especially too when you're coming from a little bit more of a unique arm slot. And then when you look at the secondary, a lot of times you don't see guys that are prep arms have a really, established command capable secondary pitch. Schoolcraft has that in his changeup. That's a really, really solid pitch. It's getting very good arm side run. I want to say it topped out at about, 16 inches of horizontal movement coming out of his hand. The big question mark with him, at least to my mind, is going to be what's the development of the third pitch.
Right.
He can't supinator.
He can't spin it very well.
He doesn't spin the ball super well. But again, this is a younger prep arm. This is a organization that, I think prides itself on being able to develop these guys and maybe help that third pitch come along. But that to me is going to be the big thing to watch this season is, hey, how does that third pitch, how does that slider come along? I think he's someone who, with the fastball being where it is, with the changeup already being a really solid second offering, can kind of have an accelerated, really dominate Cal League hitters. And I won't be shocked if he's someone that you see kind of up in Fort Wayne towards the later half of the year. Probably.
Starting in Elsinore, jumping up to Fort Wayne. Now, Paulie, I was telling you before, we're joined by Clark Fahrenthold here from Mad Friars in the UT as well. So it makes these lists difficult because 11 guys moved last year?
Yes, there was 11 guys.
Traded from last year's top 30 list. Obviously, number one in Leo DeVries, Boston Bateman, Henry Baez, Braden Nett, Ryan Bergert, Tyson Neighbors, Cobb Hightower, Brandon Valenzuela, Juan Nunez. I mean,
they're all gone.
And then a few guys have fallen off of your top 30. Victor Lizarraga, who's a name I've heard for years now. Jack Costello. I think he's a USD kid. Is he? Yeah, USD kid. Cole Palpum, again, name we've heard for a while. Couple guys graduated. Sean Reynolds jumped off that list. David Morgan is going to be a part of the bullpen, you would imagine, in 2026. But the thing I always want to ask, and I want to get into your number one here in Ethan Salas here in a moment. But when you look at it from what we have right now, it's always what we wonder. We know AJ is going to sell. Like, I'm looking at Crew Schoolcraft, and I'm excited about him. But the first thing that popped in my head is, what can we get for him in August? I'm the worst with this. I know this. But a 6'8" lefty that throws 98, 99, I'm like, what can we get for him?
Right.
Let
AJ cook.
Let AJ cook a little bit. There's a couple guys on here that I look at as potentially untouchables the next couple years. Maybe he's one of them. Out of all your top 30, is there anybody that you see graduating this year in 26?
Ooh, graduating this year. I mean, obviously the one that's on there is Bradley Rodriguez.
Yeah, he's done it.
I think that's, a pretty, if you were to look at someone and say, hey, they're going to be a contributor this year from anyone in that top 30, it's going to be him. I think, I was at the game where they clinched last season. I had a chance to talk to Bradley before the game. He had someone who, had, some arm troubles down earlier in the season. Obviously, he had the debut, came back up, and the staff in the organization knows what they have in him.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about someone, everyone saw it last year, 100-mile-an-hour sinker, fastball's got good life on it, changeup, cutter.
88-mile-an-hour changeup or something.
I think he's, someone who would say, obviously he's the easy pick to graduate. I think if you're kind of look somewhere else, he had a down year last year, but Francis Pena was someone who had a really promising 2024 the year prior. It's not easy to jump through 3 levels in 1 year, but that's what he did. The velocity sort of fell off for him towards the end of last season. But I still think, hey, if that comes back, which I expect it to, he's still someone that was sitting, 97, 98, getting up to 100, fastball, sinker. He was sort of he was trying to mess a little bit more, get into a true slider. It was a little bit more of a cutter shape. But I think he's got the stuff that, okay, if everything goes well, he's on healthy 100%. I think Pena could be a guy that you see and go ahead and say, hey, he graduates, he goes up this year.
All right, and one guy we don't think will be called up this year, but a guy that we've obviously, we've been singing his praises for 3 years now, potentially, is your number one out of your top 30 is Ethan Salas. He was number 2 for you last year. Look, he's still very, very young. He has been injured. What is kind of your sense on what Ethan Salas is what's going to happen with him in 26?
Yeah, look, I think this is sort of, I don't want to say, make or break, because that's tough for
a
a
19-year-old. Yeah.
But this is a really big year for Ethan. I think last 2024 was not what people expected in Fort Wayne. There were struggles. I think he made key adjustments towards the end of the season to his swing. He had a really solid Arizona Fall League. And he looked solid in spring training in some of the at-bats that he got in major league games.
Yeah, he did.
So there was hope that, 2025 was going to be a big year. He suffers the fractured back, during, I want to say first month of the season, if I recall, just during an at-bat. He has to get pulled out. He misses the year. I'm still someone, though, who looks at Salas and still sees a lot of upside.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand why some people would sit there and say, okay, you have the back injury plus now 2 years of limited offensive production. But I look at it as, okay, look at the building blocks for what you would consider to make a strong hitter. Someone who makes a lot of contact in the zone. Over the last 2 years, he's got an 86% in-zone contact rate.
Amazing.
He's someone who also in his last 2 years, in every single year of his career, has lowered his strikeout rate and has continued to maintain a walk rate north of 10%. And if you want to go to batted ball data too, he's got a 110 max exit velocity, which is still a couple standard deviations ahead of the average 19-year-old.
Yeah. He's 19 years old, guys. Still.
That is the thing. It's like he's been around for so long, but he is still just a teenager at this point.
Literally, a literal teenager still.
And if you want to move off of the offense too, the thing that is always going to give him an extremely high floor is what is elite defense. I think when he was at the Arizona Fall League, every single time there was a mound meeting, there would always be a coach out there. When Salas was out there, he was the only guy going out there.
Interesting.
Because he understood his staff, he knew how to call a game. And not only that, but the defense behind the plate in terms of very good receiver. I think he gunned down 27% of base stealers in Fort Wayne when he was there in 2024.
Which is fantastic.
Fantastic. So the defense is always going to raise the floor. Yeah. It's just a question, is the hit tool going to come around again? I think the pieces are in place in terms of discipline and solid batted ball data.
He's still growing. He's still getting stronger. You got to stay healthy.
And I won't sit here and say that, a fractured back is a small thing.
Right.
That's a big deal for a 19-year-old to have. But but this is a big season for him. I'm still one of his big believers. I still think this is, going to be a season where he hopefully, turns things around from where it's been the last couple of years.
Man, you've done such a great job on this list. The guy that I think we're most excited about, we only have a minute or so left, but Jorge Quintana is the one that we all want to go watch.
Yes.
We all want to go see this guy. Got him for nothing, nothing from the Milwaukee Brewers, a fleece job. They got Leo Dallas DeVries. We got Leo Dallas DeVries at home. They actually has done some things better than Leo Dallas DeVries. Is on maybe a potential same type of track. This guy, Jorge Quintana.
Where do you expect him to break camp or whatever?
I think Quintana right now, he only had about 25 games at Lake Elsinore last year. I expect him to probably be back in the California League to start the year in 2026. But when you look at him, again, from a tools perspective, he is overflowing with tools. 110.3 max exit velocity for his age as a teenager is well above the average percent of pitches inside the zone last year. 90th percentile exit velocity, I want to say, was about 102, which was, again, much higher than the average standard deviation for a guy his age.
David J's telling me to calm down. I'm high on this guy.
No,
David. I'm high on this dude. All right, don't dim my shine, David.
No, and there is still question marks too. Their production has to be there. It's interesting when I had talked to Sam Dykstra when I was at the Arizona Fall League. We were discussing it. The one thing he had sort of brought up as a caveat, he's like, well, the Brewers typically do have a good feel of when a guy's, hey, we got to move on from him.
Yep.
But I still look at Quintana.
They have
Jesus May and everything.
Yeah.
There's a log jam and everything there too. But I look at Quintana and I think this is someone who, hey, the tools are there in place. He's someone who also displayed really good, plate discipline, good ability to take a walk. There's a lot to be excited there with him.
Clark, you knocked it out of the park, dude. Thank you so much. Clark, check out his work at Mad Friars, Clark Fahrenthold. He also does a podcast with our pal Ryan Cohen.
Yes.
All over the place, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow. Get Benny's Tales of Disneyland. Little sunburned neck, all of it. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day.
Great job. Thank you, gentlemen.